So now the stream's starting. Here we go. Yeah. This is going to be a fun one tonight. I'm looking forward to this. I mentioned, I teased, I alluded to it in our Discord that the random questions will not be a priority tonight because I just think this is too cool of a topic, and we'll see how much time we have left over at the end. And if we do, that's great. We can do some questions for you, but this tier list I think would be priority absolutely because it looks when you all see it. Those of you who are watching the show now, like. You're going to see how much fun this looks. Like, it just makes you hungry when you see it. You're going to see. It's going to be pretty amazing. But, yeah. So, have you been on other people's podcasts before, too? Like, beyond the one you do? Like, that's interesting. I wondered if you've been doing spots for other folks.
No, not so much. This is my third podcast. This is probably the only successful one.
Okay.
That I've done. And then... some people based on this have reached out that would just want to get started. So I've been giving kind of off-air advice to some friends and friends of friends.
I gotcha.
About, what do I actually need? How do I think the biggest thing is probably audio hosting, right? Like nobody realizes that audio hosting ain't free.
No.
Like you don't upload it to iTunes. That's not how this works. iTunes just asks for your RSS feed.
Yep.
Link and then you gotta host it. So you either pay or you run a server. I will pay. So
I've been doing a sports podcast for as long as I have, like about a dozen years, and I pay too. It's not a lot though, but it's a significant amount, and it is nothing compared. It is not anywhere near the numbers I'm getting for this program, and so it's cool that you got something that took off. I think that's really great. Like. It's a good feeling, isn't it? Like, hey, this is totally getting people. Like, this is fun. Like, so, and
yeah, like, we're piggybacking off something that's somewhat already popular, but it's really, as you could probably tell, it's really coming to its own. It's its own thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally dig that. Yeah. And as you've said before, like Phil really drives that show. Like he's the star, and we treat him as such, and I think it's great. So he's such an interesting guy. Like, I just love it. And both of you guys are really, really on your game in terms of food. Like, I've continued to be very impressed by that. Like, you all know your stuff, so it's really good.
We're boys who like to eat, and we're boys who like to cook. It works
symbiotic
out.
Relationship.
Right?
Yeah. So this is just tremendous timing. Like, we got Thanksgiving right around the corner. This is going to be good. So I'm pretty much ready to go. I'm not going to change. Merry Thanksgiving to you too, Confuzzler. Hello, Spike Tiger. Nice to meet you here on the Sandwich Show.
Hey, Spike.
Welcome in. I believe you're from Brett's World. That's cool. So that's nice. Come on in.
Hey, I'm not claiming him.
We'll say Phil's World then in that case. Or just from PGC World.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say that. Let's split the difference. I love it. So, folks, hey, Christy's Coffee, my sister, is in the chat too. Hello there. Oh, you're going to love this episode tonight, Christy. You are absolutely going to love it. So you already know Brettington. So we'll chat. We'll have some fun tonight. So let's do it. All right. Let's go. Please start the music. You can see I'm so excited about this show. I can't even wait. I've been asking like questions already before the show started. So I'm so excited to get into this.
Well, so, that's inside knowledge now you have.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Well, hello, folks. Welcome back. Hello. My name is Davey. I'm Davey's Eating a Sandwich, and this is The Sandwich Show. And we have one more show until we take our break for Thanksgiving. On the collab side, I think we're gonna try to do some gaming streams in the next maybe 10 days or so. But as far as the Q&A, this will be it until the very, very end of November. But we're gonna kick you into the Thanksgiving break with a bang, and to do so, we're gonna meet our friend Brettington Frothingslosh, who is the host of the PGC podcast. And you also see him around Twitch a lot. So Brettington, it is an absolute pleasure to have you on the program with us. How's it going tonight?
Hey, Davey. Long time no talk. 5 seconds ago.
And also Friday, because we were hanging out doing some karaoke together with all our friends over there. That was a lot of fun.
That we were. And I watched the VOD, and you could see my sobriety slowly dwindling as the night. I think you know what it is. The Mea Culpa moment was the when the carrot came out.
Oh, that's right, the dirty carrot.
When the dirty carrot came out, I probably should have known my night was done. But I carried on.
We all did, really. There was there was no shame to be had there. I mean, no shame to be had there. That was just a lot of fun for all of us. And if you all missed it, you can check it out on our YouTube page, and I'll give you a link to that now. But the YouTube page has the karaoke VOD. We can't do it on Twitch because of the DMC issues, but on YouTube you can check that out. So go on down. We're saying hello to Spike Tiger, FRC, and Christie's Coffee. It's so good to have you back here. And Brettington, as a podcast host yourself, I think you're familiar with the process of interviewing people and setting up topics and things like that as you do once a month for the PGC podcast. And it sounds like it's been a great journey for you. What was the story of meeting Phil? I think that's the first thing I want to ask about because he's quite an interesting guy.
So, interestingly enough, I was just a fan, right? Mm-hmm. So, I stumbled across the Pretty Good Cooking YouTube channel. They don't come up in recommendations, so God knows how that happened. Phil's very good about keeping everything small. He wants to keep a small, tight-knit family. So I think he's been around for 7-8 years now, right? So,
right.
And just under 8,000 subscriptions, which is still fantastic. But tries not to promote too much, doesn't want to get massive. And so I came across him somehow, probably about a year deep into him doing the YouTube thing. And if you watch some of those early episodes, it's manic. It is a treat. And I had reached out to him, I want to say it was after he started his right as soon as he started his Patreon. Mm-hmm. And he had mentioned on an episode, he's like, oh, my birthday's coming up. And I was like, I want to send you a birthday present, right? And he's like, great. I was like, cool. Do you have a PO address I could send it to? And he goes, no, here's my house. I'm like, you sure about that? He's like, I've given it up before. I've never been disappointed.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, that's some trust.
Yeah, seriously.
So I had sent him a little something in the mail, and he got that. So we got to talking through Patreon. And then soon after his Patreon, he launched his Discord, as everybody did, right? Like Discord is, if you're going to be online, you got to live on Discord now, right? So, and then I think the Discord is probably 2018-ish, somewhere around there. So we really got to know each other from there. And then an old roommate of mine, and who I lived with, we're real good friends through high school, college, and we lived together after college, as two people coming out of college that have no money do. And so her and I lived together for a little over a year. She ended up finding herself in Phil's hometown and always bothering me to come visit and stuff. And then after I had gotten his address, because he had given it to me, I was like, hey, by the way, Emily, do you live near this? She's like, you could walk to his house from my house.
Wow.
Like, oh, so like, by the way, and he's like, yeah, dude, so I told him, he's like that's 5 blocks from my house. Like, small world. And really? Then they ended up knowing some people collectively as well. So I'd planned a trip the next year out, and I think that was 2019-ish. Mm-hmm. So I went out in 2019. I stayed with my friend for a week, did the friend stuff too, but then spent 2 or 3 days with Phil. And then on the last day, I was like, hey, have you ever thought about doing podcasting? Like, no. And then pretty much his question was, do I have to do any work? And I said, no, just show up. And he goes, perfect. So
I love his voice.
So since he had to do nothing, so we've been podcasting now for 2.5 years, something like that, because we are on season 3 of the theme songs. So since we're on season 3, that means that's where we're at. So that's the real short story of how I really got to meet Phil, talk to Phil. spend some time in person with them, get to know each other. And then I think you'll see also in the early episodes of podcasting, obviously we had met and talked previously, but when you sit down long form to talk to somebody for an hour or two, you have a lot of crutches. So in those early episodes, I had bits and I had segments and I had recordings. And so I could always just be like, let's play a clip, cause like, oh crap, I don't know what else to talk about in this moment. If I just throw something in there, and then I had some other segments and that kind of stuff. So what you'll notice now is the episodes haven't gotten any shorter. But the bits are mostly gone. There's definitely some random funny stuff. If you go back in the back catalog, not that long ago, we did some Meet the Family episodes. So people that we've known for a long time, we brought them on and did short form interviews for about 15 minutes segments. We did a Pat Has a Question. So Pat lives in Philstown, and he's a goof, and they're taking a Twitch hiatus, but Twitch streamer there for a bit. And that was a short-lived bit where he would just he put his phone at one end of his house and then would scream a question from the other side. Then we'd try to answer it as seriously as possible. I added some production to it, of course. Gotcha. So I did the like in Monty Python, like where there's that guy that's just running towards the camera and then just goes "it's" at the end. So I do about a minute of audio of just a man running out of breath with a door opening, then just Pat screaming a question that makes no sense, and then we answer it. So we do stuff like that from time to time. Obviously want to get into some more stuff here and there, but it's ever evolving. It'll come down the pike.
That's where you want to be as a podcaster. I mean, I've made little references to the podcast I do. Like, it's a sports show I do with my friends, but I love your points about how less is more, basically, when it comes to doing a podcast, and that is really borne out for like some of the best podcasts you will ever hear on on Apple Podcasts. It's literally that. Like, it's just two people having a conversation, and like you and Phil have very good chemistry with one another. It seems like you both kind of come from the same place. And I think that can be relatable to a lot of people, and that's why I think it works. And so, it's good to have segments. I think, who was it? The Aussie Report, which I'm familiar with, Spike Tiger, yeah.
Yes.
That's a fun segment. So that guy, he seems like a character.
Totally. He's a goof. So very early on, in the beginning of the Discord, he was one of the early joiners too, right?
Okay, yep.
And we found out he lived in Australia. Yeah. And I don't know if we had a video call. We like to have meetups, right, in Discord too. So we're having a PGC Family Thanksgiving coming up on this Saturday in the Discord. So we're gonna have just a video call. I actually have a Thanksgiving to go to earlier in the day, so I'll be a little late to this thing I'm promoting. But so that's gonna be going on.
Cool.
So we like to get together. So I think that's probably when I was like, oh man, this guy's got a voice. And in the early, it might be in the first episode. Don't take my word on it. Okay. I forget. But very early on, Lee's been a staple, and with varying quality of contributions. Like recently, there's one where he's just walking around his backyard, talking about how he forgot to record one. So there's good bits, and Lee he is the palate of a toddler. His favorite food is what they call a parma down there, which is just chicken parmesan, but apparently it's a bar food there, and it's served with French fries instead of spaghetti. So that's his favorite thing, and he ran a blog before he had a kid. He retired from his blog, and he just went around reviewing all the chicken parmesan cutlets in his area of Australia and ranked them. He gave out an annual trophy to a place that he would call the best.
Ooh, who won?
He's a food. God, I don't know. Thank God he's not here, because he'd be self-promoting right now.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, but the man he eats chicken, but it can't have bones. His favorite sandwiches are from Subway.
Oh, I caught that in the last episode. I'm like,
Yeah.
really, guys? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, more power to, but still, like.
Yeah, we're ashamed of him.
Yeah, I would.
We'll keep him though. We'll keep him.
We'll keep him. That's
yeah,
good. That's good.
We'll keep him.
But listen to the comments here. FRC, LOL Lee and his fried chicken, and then my sister Christy, fried chicken. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so we got to knock out a couple of redeems here before we get into all the particulars. Brettington.
Ooh, being boozled right away. All
right off the bat. Right off the bat. But first, pump it up. But for how long, I don't know. We're going to find out right now. We'll see how this goes. But, you know, it's cool that we're both kind of hanging out with Danny K and the Juke Joint. And so this actually came from his channel, of course, as you know. You know, it's always fun to see him try to tackle these beans as well. His success rate is terrible. Mine is better, but I still have my moments. So let's see what we got tonight. Damn it, again. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take this orange one. So that, get out of there. So the orange one is going to be either barf or peach, I believe. Yeah, barf or peach. Let's find out. Hey, oh, by the way, before I do this, hello to Rahomo and Turbo Swim and Jade Tile and Aaron. It's so good to see all you back in the chat. And Pinball Sorcerer, too. Thank you very much for the, what was it? For the redeem, I believe. So, and thank you for the redeem, Christy's Coffee. All right, Brad, here, let's do it. Have you ever done one of these? Have you ever done the bean yourself?
No, I'm not really much of a glutton for punishment.
I am. So let's do it. Look who's here! Muppet Sturgeon's fan is here. Hi, Muppets. How you doing? Absolutely swims. Much love to you. We love your channel as well. Your games are cool because you play a lot of classic games, and I love that very much. I'm stalling enough. Let's eat this orange jelly bean and see what it is. Peach! Again! Pump it up! Yeah, I love peach.
This man can't lose.
So good. Let's see. Azimuth man, for the love of Joseph, Mary, and the Weed Donkey, please tell me this chat doesn't include people talking about how sad they feel. I'm not sure what that's a reference to, but I'm probably not gonna do that tonight. But we will talk. Great. We'll talk about rigged, and this is rigged again according to the chat. So away we go. Do you know that person? Let's see. Azimuth man, is he from from PGZ at all?
I don't think so.
All right, we'll keep an eyeball on him.
Who knows?
Who knows? But
the internet is a strange place, Davey.
It certainly is. We've had a lot of characters out there, no doubt. And Christy says, boo, we lose again. For now. We'll see what happens. Muppet says, you ate peach? Mario ain't going to be happy about that. Oh. Mario eats peach for a while. Mario might be eating peach in one way or another. You know, I'm just saying. But at any rate, yeah. So your podcast has definitely been quite an interesting ride. So, I did think it was really interesting that you have a Discord, because I'm not used to podcasts having a Discord, and I guess this is Phil's Discord. Okay. And then we're just kind of we're a subset. So. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. So that makes sense. We're just stealing off some channels. Yeah. Yeah, very much so. I mean, everything's pretty much in the same place, which is nice. So yeah, get all your PGC content in one spot. Oh, look at Spike. What am I sipping on, Spike? Well, Davey and I were talking before doing this. I said I got to keep this. Sorry for cussing. I got to do some real Pennsylvania shit. And so I'm even going Pennsylvania with my drink choice. So that's Dad's Hat, Pennsylvania Straight Rye. This is the 95 proof, the 4-year-old one. Love it. Pennsylvania Rye Whiskey. There's a deep history there. Wanted to represent. So that would be what I'm sipping on. That looks pretty good. Yeah. I would say I'm not sipping on any alcohol tonight. Not yet, anyway. But Pinball Sorcerer. Yeah, so a lot of conversation in the chat. We'll let you discuss. But yeah, it's... How much time do you think we would have for this? Well, let's talk about the series you all did. The one with produce, which I think inspired quite a lot of conversation, Brettington. I think that was quite an interesting journey. you came to an agreement on a lot of things, which I thought was interesting. And for example, you were big on lettuce and potatoes and onions, which the title of the episode is "Onions or Goat," which I love that line because like that just kind of spawned out of the conversation, which I think was really great. I do love onions though, for what it's worth.
Onions are goat. I mean, you can't disagree, and if you disagree, I don't want to be your friend. But no, we're good at. I always say Phil and I are just different enough to argue, but always come to a compromise. Mm-hmm. We have very different opinions on a lot of stuff, but we're very similar in the same way. But
yeah,
so I think there were a couple on there that he's like, that man loves beets, and I hate beets. So we compromised on beets. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's what was it? The fennel. The fennel caused a real stir.
You did. Because I know you guys were down on it big time.
Yeah.
So Discord didn't agree. Wow.
They did not agree with our assessment of fennel. They were very much into the fennel, and we were not feeling the fennel, as you say.
Yeah, I heard that. I like mangoes. I was not feeling the mango opinion, but it's all right because I think there were plenty of things I agreed on too. But that's sort of what's great about having such a big number of items. Like I know there are gonna be these like discrepancies in how we feel about them.
Yeah, exactly. And he hit me up. God, it was either a Friday or a Saturday. It was like weekend time, and he's like, "Hey, got an idea. Let's do a produce tier," because that man loves gardening, as you're probably aware too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, I was like, perfect. I just did a tier for us. Mm-hmm. This was like the day after I did our tier.
Yeah.
Well, prepared our tier. I was like, good. I know how to do it now. This will go a lot faster. And so, I got to it. I went to some website that literally had like nothing but stock images of every like fruit and vegetables imaginable. I was like, perfect.
Yeah.
And even like I said, whittling them down, we still ended up with 97, and I still forgot celery and garlic somehow. Garlic being huge to our community, garlic and onions. I mean, come on. So they would have been S tier, if we had remembered to.
Which is the highest tier, right? Like that's the one at the top.
That's that red one.
Yeah,
that's the top.
I love that you have like extra tiers like that. That was cool. And we're going to use them again tonight. And
Yep.
CT Music's in the chat. Hello, Chris Twitch Love Thompson. Good to see you back. And good to see you back from the Lark Air and Rin8666. We have a lot of fun coming up in just a few minutes. But I think we're just going to cut ahead to this. We're getting a lot of comments. Spike Tiger says 3-hour epic podcast this month. Loved it. It was epic. There's no doubt. You know?
It was like last time we did a bracket thing. What I did was I shortened the discussion, which I had full intentions of doing this time and did not. So we ended up with like an hour and 40 minutes probably of regular podcast, and then another hour and 20 of arguing back and forth whether beets were trash. So
I didn't look at that at our Thanksgiving tier list. I wonder if beets are going to factor into that too, or into this one. We'll find out in a moment. But because of the nature of the tier list, we're going to actually do our sandwich segment early. So if you've got it ready, and I have mine too, let me go and bring it in. So everybody, we are once again pleased to bring you the moment that you've all been waiting for, as Swimmy explains to Azimuth Man Thanksgiving, because he's not. It sounds like he's not from the States, so it's cool to break down how it works and everything. But it's an interesting holiday for sure. One of my favorites. But anyway.
Oh, it's a great one.
Oh, definitely. I'm definitely big on it. So everyone, let us now bring in the sandwich of the week, everybody. And Chris, I'm doing all right. I'm very excited to have you all back here. Well, it's so much fun on Friday doing the karaoke, and we're having more fun tonight with our friend Brettington Frothingslosh. And let's go look into these sandwiches. So, Brett, what are we looking at tonight?
All right.
From your end?
You'll have to excuse its appearance, because not only was it wrapped, then I stuck it in the oven to try to keep it warm, and now it's kind of goofy looking. But like I said, I want to keep this as Pennsylvania as possible. So here's the first teaser. It's from Wawa. And because it's from Wawa and it 'tis the season, It is the Wawa Gobbler, and you're not going to get a great shot of this because it's a very sloppy one. It is, maybe you can see kind of here.
Oh, I see
It's carved roast turkey,
Yeah.
bread stuffing, cranberry sauce, and then they slather it all in gravy.
Ooh.
Thus, the moist nature of the top of this. And then as a bonus, because I still wanted to keep it as Pennsylvania as possible, I did cheat. I got a dessert too. So that would be a tasty cake honey bun.
Oh, that's
Again,
regional. Love that.
And that is super regional. For some reason, people order these online. They had some financial difficulty a little bit ago, and everybody rushed to save them. Not a big fan.
Oh, really? Funny. Why'd you get it then? That's interesting. I didn't realize
I'm not a huge sweets guy, right?
Okay.
And it is sweet. This honey bun right here. Oh God, what's the sugar on this thing? Do we have a percentage of sugars we're supposed to have? I don't think so. Total sugars though, 43 grams.
Whoa, that's a lot of sugar. Oh my God.
There is enough sugar in this honey bun to send an entire World of Warcraft convention into a diabetic coma. That is how much sugar is in a tasty cake. Iced honey bun.
Man. Oh,
I could have skipped. I could have got the non-iced version, but for you, Davey, I will suffer through the icing.
I dig it. I appreciate you doing that for the people, Brett. That's
right.
wonderful.
I'm a man of the people.
That's fantastic. All right, so let me show you what I've got tonight. And thank you for all the comments in the chat. I do see you starting lining up your team. We'll get to that when we can. Now, here's the thing. So my version is from a place called Capriati's. It's called the Bobby, which is another variant of the Gobbler. So what a coincidence. We both ended up with variants of the Gobbler tonight. There it is. It's a cold sandwich, unlike the hot sandwich Brett has. And I added Fritos to it. So it's got turkey, cranberry sauce, and stuffing. And I believe there are caramelized onions in there someplace. However, there's no gravy or mashed potatoes, which I think is a problem, to be honest with you. I think that those need to be... I think there's a hot version that might have them, but I'm just looking back. I'm like, I've loved this sandwich for a long time, but now I think about it. I'm like, this would be enhanced greatly with the two inclusions that your sandwich has. Yeah.
So I don't know if it's this year or last year when they have Gobbler variations now. So this is the traditional. I went old school. Last time I think when I posted in your Discord, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this version. But then when I went, I was like, it's my first Gobbler of the season. I got to go traditional. Nice. Then for tonight, got to go traditional. I mean, it's Davey. So
no
they have a sweet potato version one. They have a mashed potato one.
Ooh.
And there's another variant that I'm not thinking of. So they do some additional variants. I don't know. See, here's the thing though. I really want the stuffing, but I don't know if I want mashed potatoes and stuffing. I like carbs and all, but my God,
it would be a lot. Because then
that would sit.
And the roll and the Let's do it. So we have a lot of.
Fantastic.
I have had that. I've had the privilege of having the Wawa sandwich as well when I was in Orlando for a conference. So I too had the Gobbler at one point in time, and that is really is terrific. So I can vouch for its greatness.
Well, yeah, Wawa is an Eastern Pennsylvania institution, I'll say. Mm-hmm. And we were talking right before the stream started about the infighting in Pennsylvania. So Wawas go about partway through the state. So Wawa is really regional. So it's Eastern PA, Jersey. They did expand to Florida. I believe there might be some in Maryland area now too. So it's super our side. And then you got Sheets in the center of the state. And they do their made-to-order food. The main difference is Sheets does... they have deep fryers, so they can do fried foods. So I like them for different things. The breakfast sandwiches at Wawa are a lot better. The hoagies, and I'm going to say it, hoagies are better at Wawa. And but if I've been drinking and I want tater tot nachos, I'm going to Sheets.
Ooh.
So
I want to see some of this. Sounds good.
So that's where I'm at.
Enjoy your sandwich too, Brett. That's awesome. So I can forgive the lack of gravy, but I definitely would endorse that for even a cold version. Though I will admit it would be kind of challenging to do a cold gravy. So maybe I would just do the hot version and then they would have gravy in it.
It's actually the roll. The roll survived. I think that's and again, keeping it Pennsylvania. I think the Philly area and the surrounding areas.
Love it.
We have the best. We have the best sandwich rolls. I don't care what anybody says.
They are really good. I mean, I don't know. I go to a place called Philly's Best once in a while. I think they import the rolls from Philadelphia, so they are really good for what it's worth. There are so many comments in the chat. I'm going to try to catch up to all of them as much as best I can. So many comments. It's crazy. Pinball Sorcerer. I feel like beats are very polarizing. Let's see. Aaron says, Thanksgiving is a good day. The whole point is to be thankful. And food. Yeah. I love the food. And let's see what else. We have... Jade says, gosh darn it. Now I'm hungry again. And Turbo Swim says, if you want a better gobbler, depending on how far you're from New Jersey, Milburn Deli does an even better version. And then he says, tasty cakes will kill you, but they taste so good.
Yeah, it will kill you. I think, what was the calorie count on this? Jesus, 710 calories.
That's crazy. I mean, it's like this big, too. It's like this big.
Yeah, well, what size is this?
That's
thing?
insane.
Six ounces. Yeah.
Yeah. And Aaron says...
That's a special treat.
Oh, yeah. That's like a once... that's a cheat day and a half. I can only have... And Aaron says I can only have 2 bites of a honey bun before I've had enough. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear that.
That is very true. They are so sweet.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So Swimmy says, Davey, pro tip, what you do with this one, the cold one, is get mashed and gravy on the side and French dip the bobby in. I'm down with that. I think that's a good idea. I'll try that out.
It's like a French dip, but it's a gravy dip.
It's even better. That would be a fun thing to eat.
I mean, I even went with a Wawa lemonade because...
Ooh.
Just keep saying Wawa. Maybe I'll get paid.
I did enjoy what's your friend's name again? Spike Tiger's comment earlier, and then you turned into free labor, aka free labor, aka podcaster. That's funny.
That's me, free labor Brett.
So the last question I'm going to ask is with respect to the podcast is, as a lot of podcasts are starting to move into YouTube and do video versions of them, or even Twitch, like what this is basically. Has there been talk about moving this into the video domain or doing it live, or is it going to continue to be just an audio-only show? So
it is when Phil and I are doing it, we do use video. We started doing that during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. It's just, as everybody did, just to connect better with people. We were doing just straight up still an internet call, voice over IP or however you want to call it. Mm-hmm. But we didn't necessarily put on video and stuff for it. But then we started to. The conversations got better because you can see the person you're talking to, right? And the pauses became a lot more natural and that kind of stuff. So we've thought about it before, and maybe it's tough with Twitch because like you can't just control like subs only or Patreons only, that kind of thing. But I've told our Discord before, you guys would be really bored because there's if you think the dogs bark a lot now, you should hear what I cut out. So there's times we gotta stop until he can take care of whatever the hell the dogs are doing. The man has a bladder the size of a pea, so there's
that's true.
There's a lot of bathroom breaks and refill breaks. So there would be a lot of time where you guys are gonna be listening. You'd see Phil just throw up his hands, frustrated. I gotta go see why Vinny's screaming, and then he's got to go take care of that. And then if it's a bathroom / refreshment / I got to start dinner break, you're just going to sit here and watch 10 minutes of my chair and his chair just sitting there until we both waddle back onto screen. So it's this kind of stuff. Obviously, I'm planted. I came prepared. I have beverages. I brought the whole bottle of whiskey with me just in case. So here I'm a little bit more prepared, but on an actual day of, I normally have a big glass of water or something non-alcoholic, and then usually something alcoholic as well to get the juices flowing.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I mean you could do a BRB screen, but it sounds like those breaks are fairly long, so maybe that wouldn't be worth it. So it totally makes sense. It would be a better flowing program the way it is. So I totally respect that. This question from Azimuth Man: why is there a Newcastle FC badge on this guy's wall? Is that what that is behind you?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
that is a Newcastle United scarf, sport scarf. That is my it's my football team.
Yeah.
I am a Newcastle supporter.
Cool.
Obviously, for American, it would be the Eagles. There is going that way. There's a Flyers one as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then the room. This is officially licensed Flyers orange. Again, I bought this house 12 years ago. I was a younger man. I had great ideas. So the whole room is this damn orange with white trim and black curtains. So it's literally like looking like the inside of a hockey player's jock strap. And it's ridiculous.
Well, it's distinctive though. I mean, it's not too. Could be worse. I mean, it could, but I love it. So let's do a starting lineup redeem. We'll do that, and then we'll get right to the tier list, everyone. So if you want to be in the lineup tonight, exclamation point lineup, and we'll put you in. And you might. I have received a request to Spike Tiger. Have you ever wanted to live inside a pumpkin? That's funny.
I mean,
I would do it.
The only reason I don't repaint is because I'm A, lazy, and B, the amount of primer probably.
Oh yeah.
So that
to wash out the orange.
Oh my God. Davey, I make bad choices in life.
Oh well, it's all right. Well, let's go do this. All right, starting lineup.
Everybody, get in the lineup.
Let's get in the lineup, and then we can enjoy our sandwiches simultaneously. All right.
That's right.
Let's go. All right. CT, don't forget to put yourself back in the lineup so I don't forget. Yeah. So we received a request to put an entity into the lineup as well. We're going to do it. All right, here we go. Thanks, CT. And now, the starting lineup for your Davies Eating a Sandwich Show Chat! Leading off, our original mod of the Sandwich Show, coming to you from the Sunshine State by way of Long Island, the Queen of Chaos, now streaming on Twitch as well, Aaron Rain 8686. And sauntering into the chat, one of our newest friends on the Sandwich Show chat. Say hello to Effer Steve, and a veteran of Twitch broadcasting, hanging out, playing classic games and more contemporary games, and ready to collab with you soon before too long. Our good friend and friend of the Sandwich Show, Just Keep Swimming, from the Jersey Shore, it's Turbo Swim! And from Northern California, tucked away in Pancake Corner, crushing it on Twitch, whatever cubes they come upon his way. The leader of the Jade Empire, count on for Jade time! And from Central California, coming up on a renewal of vows about a week from now, originally from Oxnard, California, and also streaming on Twitch, my youngest sister, loving the brew, Christie's Coffee. And from the other end of the state, keeping it classy in San Diego, sipping another margarita while trolling everybody on Twitch, the Troller in Chief, Rahobo. And from the PGC Podcast Discord, and a friend of Brettington Frothingslosh, and now a friend of the Sandwich Show. Welcome aboard, Spike Tiger! And one of the most beloved mods on Twitch. Music is in his name. Chris Twitch Love Thompson, otherwise known as CT Music. And lastly but not leastly, I'm reading it carefully. I think the evil twin of Breaded Pigeons, a mod friend of the Sandwich Show as well. Say hello to Bearded Pigeons! And now introducing a bonus guest. Your best place to stop and go all the way along the Atlantic, along the eastern seaboard, with hot sandwiches, hot coffee, and cool customers. The institution, Wawa! Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binaries, your Davy's eating a sandwich. Sandwich Show chat. Give it up for Wawa again, yeah! Wawa! Woo! Wawa! Wawa, yeah! Thank you, everybody. Thank you again. Wawa! Wawa!
Can't go wrong with a Wawa.
Love it. Love it. Oh, good stuff. All right. Turbo says, no, get out of here. Quick check.
Quick check. Get that Jersey trash out of my face.
Quick check. Oh, that's funny. All right. So with that with that all worked out. Oh, thank you. CT Davey is such a good guy. Well, so are you. Thank you so much. Uh-oh.
Hey,
look who's back. We got a raid. Oh, my goodness. I love it.
Welcome. Welcome, friends.
Welcome, Mad Ford Engineering. Welcome back, everybody. Oh. Whoa. What the hell? Too much Wawa hype. Lost track of all the notes. I predict a riot. I predict a Wawa.
Oh, yeah.
I predict a Wawa. I predict a Wawa.
You predicted correctly.
I love it. I loved it. I did indeed. Welcome in, everybody from Madford Engineering. Now, this fellow has a very interesting stream on Twitch where he is a variety streamer, and he's broadcasted a lot of interesting things. He streams games. He streams, repairs of Ford trucks, I believe, and he even had like a road trip. So we're so glad to have you here in the chat with us. Thank you. Pull up a chair and let's enjoy some Thanksgiving food talk with our friend Brettington Frothingslosh. My name is Davey. I am Davy's Eating a Sandwich, and I do a talk show every week called The Sandwich Show, and we feature folks from Twitch and elsewhere in life. This week we're featuring our friend Brettington right here with us live via the OBS Ninja, and we're chatting food, which we just love to do here. So, and we are pumping up, Wawa for the win.
a stray Wawa, just
stray Wawa. Yeah, because I think Swimmy, you mentioned that Wawa is a type of bird or something like that. So that's interesting. I never realized that's what it meant. So, how about it? Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I know. Like the more you know. But Madford Engineering, thank you so much for the raid. It really means a lot. And Hyper, good to see you in the chat too. It's good to let's give them both the shout out if you don't mind, everybody in our Mard group. Appreciate your riots and the raids and the carrot emotes and the sandwich emotes. It's a Canada Goose. Oh, interesting. So, let me see if I can let me at least give Mad Ford a shout out because here we go. I think that'll work. Kalons is in the chat and it says, yeah, 6 month back. I love it. I love that. I love that so much. Nya's in the chat, folks. Nya's in the chat. Nya's in the chat. Man. Oh, I love it.
I don't know if I have any more dirty carrots. So.
I was
just in the chat.
I appreciate you so much, Killons. You know what's so funny? I was just thinking, what if we called the people the subscribers the Carrot Club, or the Dirty Carrot Club even? See, that was something I was thinking about.
The Dirty Carrot Club. It does sound notorious.
It does.
The infamous Dirty Carrot Club. Look out.
The Dirty Carrot Club.
Look out for this crew. They're gonna get drunk, sing karaoke, and play with dirty carrots on stream for an hour and a half.
And fiddle with their nyaz at night.
Oh, the nyaz. Gotta throw in the nyaz.
Let's see. Hyper says, hey, Mick is a mechanic from the UK. He also streams his garage during the day, and then he also does Lego, Airfix, and also gaming in the evening. Cool. Yeah, I've seen some of that. So, Hyper, much love to both of you guys today. That's really cool. I thought I was a sub sandwich. Sub sandwich is cool, too. The carrots.
Yeah, except it's a hoagie, so...
Oh no, Pinball says promptly unsubscribes. Okay, that's under. we will not fire on that idea. We'll just think about it. We will not fire on that idea. That's funny. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into our Thanksgiving tier list, and I'm going to show it to you all. Here it is. And Brett,
let me crack some knuckles here.
Yeah, me too.
All right,
me too.
Let's get ready.
Let's do it. So, give us a little bit of a rundown of how a tier list works and what we're about here with this particular project.
So, all the rage with the kids nowadays, we're going to do a tier list. And what you do with tier list is, unlike like a bracket, there's not an overall winner. So it's all opinion. It's a gradient. Like, this is the best to the worst. So what's normally called an S tier is even above A. That's legendary. That's the bee's knees. But in our instance, the S tier is renamed to football and a nap, because that is the best part of Thanksgiving is the football and a nap. So that is the S tier. Then you have graduations all the way down, A, B, C, D, and F. So C sounds bad, but again, C is an average grade. So if you're about it, that's a C. And if it's absolute trash, that's the creepy drunk uncle at the bottom.
I love that category.
When he's showing up. So
that's so good.
That's bottom of the barrel would be that creepy drunk uncle.
It's apropos for the occasion too. If the Thanksgiving is just you get at least one.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one you only see on Thanksgiving too, right? So
yeah, 100%.
You see him once a year. He brings a jug of Rianiti wine or Manischewitz, and proceeds to drink the entire thing. He's got purple teeth. He smells like unfiltered cigarettes. He's casually racist. It's like, all right, we're done. So that's the creepy drunk uncle. Oh, yeah. So that's not where you want to be. You want to be at the football nap. So what you want to be here now is you want to watch the Detroit Lions go, I don't know, 0-40 probably on the scoreboard. If you're lucky, maybe a little bit of snow on the field. Mm-hmm. Normally a Cowboys loss, which is always nice. And then,
Swimmy's not having that comment, but I love it. That's the comment you need to make right there. Yeah. Oh man, but aren't they playing the Raiders this year though? That's not going to be a loss for the Raiders.
Yeah, no. I mean, and they changed coach midstream too.
Yeah,
so.
That's no good. So
that's all right. My birds are 3 and whatever, so I got no right to say anything. But that's
they came off a win though. They beat the Broncos. That was a good one.
They win on the road. They don't win at home.
Right.
So we should just play all road games. But that's what I like about being a Philadelphia sports fan is they can only exceed expectations.
This year for sure. Absolutely.
Like they can't. I've never had a Philly team. I mean, well, meet every year is, a 50%.
Mm-hmm.
An 8-8. Well, I guess we got 17 games now, so that's not possible. But normally an 8-8 season, you met my expectations. Good on you. But yeah, and then the year we got a Super Bowl. I mean, I didn't even know what to do with myself. Like you just had to hide under your desk and hope the world was still real.
So you weren't joining all the people on the flagpoles with the Crisco after the game?
Oh God, no, no, dude. Half of my office put in paid time off in advance already calling for the win and to be at the parade. And they went.
Oh
they
my
went to
God.
the freaking parade. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
bless your fan base.
I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, yeah. And that's sort of what got me up to these guys, Newcastle. So Newcastle United is a really old football club, and they suck, right? So they stink out loud. Alan Shearer's probably the most famous guy on the team. Good dude. They're most famous for, if anybody's feeling like watching a YouTube video at some point this evening, they got a double red card in a match because they started fighting with themselves.
Oh my God, seriously.
So I was like, "This is my team." They're like,
That is on brand for your team. Oh my God. Oh my God.
so that's my. Yeah.
I love this. You do have an interesting collection of teams, my friend. But we're gonna get folks in chat calling their shot. So Aaron says, if the pie is not an S, we riot.
Oh man, you guys are good. You guys are in for a treat.
Everyone is calling their shot. Spike Tiger says, is that a veggie tray for Phil? It's been a while. Oh my gosh. Wait till you see where I put veggie tray. Oh my goodness.
I probably won't fight you.
Right? Seriously. Okay, so I think we got that ready to go. Chat, keep the comments coming. We'd love to hear your opinions on all these. We're going to go through these one by one. Everything here looks pretty good except for a couple of exceptions, but we'll go through it. Let's start with this ham. You can see it there in the corner.
So let's start. Oh, and then Davey and I talked about kind of how we want to do this in the beginning. The tier we did with produce, I had criteria. This is a little bit more free flow. So first of all, obviously, is it something we like? Because taste is subjective.
Right.
But we also want it to be, again, this is a Thanksgiving tier. So later on down, you'll see there's a lobster. I like a lobster. Do I want it on my Thanksgiving table? Yeah. So we got to balance it. So both, do I like it all year round things? It's going to be tough. Like there's things on this list I'm going to say I like, but then when it comes to I'm putting together, let's think of B and higher as everything that you must be on your Thanksgiving table. A C is you'll be happy if it shows up, but and then D through the bottom is, oh yeah, let's see if we have room for it. Then you put it on the secretary off in the corner, and then nobody touches it. so
Yep.
That's why I'm looking at it. But yeah, let's start with ham.
Let's go with ham. Now, I love Christie's coffee. Mashed potatoes, S or nothing. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to these. But we're gonna start with ham.
We're going in order, folks.
All right. So ham is a staple of holidays. I think it's a staple of Christmas too. I've seen it at New Year's and Thanksgiving. It's no different. I'm a fan of ham. If it's a good ham, if it's cooked well. I think that ham is a favorable item at the table. What's your feeling, Brett?
Ham, I love pork. Let me start it with that. Pork is probably the thing I use the most in all my cooking. But ham I don't like.
Ooh.
And when it comes down, I'll eat it now and then. It's okay.
Okay.
It's a sense memory. So again, I feel like this whole night's gonna be story time with Brett. So just buckle up.
Oh no.
Our podcast is 3 hours long, and that's what you get. So growing up, my mother, who is an absolute angel, does not really care for cooking that much. And she doesn't like seasoning anything, which is a running joke through the podcast, as you've probably seen. And we had probably a rotation of 10 dishes through the week, unless it was a night we were going to get pizza or go out. Ham was always in rotation. And ham I always liked the least. But I'm of an age, I'm 40, where you finished everything on your plate that was given to you, and you didn't leave the table. So I have a memory of sitting at the table. My mother was done with negotiations. Sometimes she would negotiate it down. You could haggle her, right? But it's only my dad was the stickler for no haggling. We got haggled down, and I just couldn't bring myself to it. I just could not eat it. Like I'd put it in my mouth, and I'm just like, I can't even swallow this. I don't like it. And my dad came, so we would normally eat in the eat-in section of the kitchen. We had a formal dining room too, which is holidays only. So he came. I'm sitting at the table because I couldn't leave because I didn't finish it. He's doing the dishes over in the actual kitchen side, and he comes over and just turns out the light above the table because he didn't want to waste electricity while I was being a brat. So
Wow.
I already didn't care for it, and then I just have this every time I see ham. All I think about is little Brett sitting in the dark at the kitchen table, wanting to cry. But like mom's already fed up. Mom already negotiated. Mom's out, right? So I don't have an out. I got to finish this ham I don't want.
Oh man.
And I did. It probably took an hour, but that ham ended up gone. So
Oh man.
don't feel bad for me, Chad. It's not as sad. It's a true story, but I don't have hard feelings about it. It's just my father. Both my parents grew up very poor, so that they're of that might like everything get eaten, everything gets used,
Right.
you know, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
just generationally different. But ham's okay. As an alternative protein to Thanksgiving, I think I'd see it more often than other things that's going to be on this tier.
I do too.
Chat seems to like ham. Can I get a consensus from chat? Where are we at, chat?
Well, no, actually, my sister Christy says I just don't like ham. I can't explain it.
See, and that's what that's the thing. I love pork. You can give me offcuts, everything. I eat scrapple for God's sakes, which is everything but the oink. But I don't want a ham. That's just me.
Yeah. Wow, Christy's going F. Wow.
I think
F.
Steph, you still in chat? Steph was saying an S tier, which isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
I will come to Kansas and smack you around. That's not happening.
Jade is probably in line with what I'm thinking. Jade says maybe we all split the difference and settle for C tier, and I think that's where we should put it. I think we'll put it there because I think
I'm happy with a C or a B. B if chat says that it's great.
Yeah. I don't think we have a consensus on that.
C if nobody's.
Yeah. I mean,
let's go C.
I'm gonna go C. Solid C.
I should have got a novelty gavel, but I don't have one.
Ah, yeah. I don't have one either, but that's okay. So we got
next
C.
time.
Okay. So up next we have. Now, is this the turkey already? We're gonna go turkey.
Okay.
I think this is turkey.
There's two turkeys on the list.
Okay. Can't tell which is which.
This is the roast turkey because the fried turkey is later.
Ooh.
And I wanted to make sure I had both versions.
Ooh.
And when we get to the fried, I'll explain why. But roast turkey, if I show up to your house and you don't have a roast turkey waiting for me on Thanksgiving, I might fight you with karate.
I mean,
what other time of year? I make turkey maybe once in the summer because I'm feeling nostalgic because I haven't had turkey in a while. Beyond a turkey sandwich, right? But not a roast turkey. But you bring out the ridiculous bird. A company I used to work for used to give you one free for existing, or you use your supermarket points and it ends up to be 40 cents or free.
Mm-hmm.
You get a turkey. Mm-hmm. It's Thanksgiving. Everybody know for those that aren't even in the U.S., I'm sure when you think Thanksgiving, you think of turkey. Go to one of those Party City, and look at the table toppers and stuff.
Right.
It's a turkey, right?
Yep.
So a turkey's going to be in the top tier somewhere.
I have to put.
Now,
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, whether it's an A or football and a nap, there's the debate.
I think just because you can't have it without it, in my opinion, I'm putting it into football and a nap, and I think that's what Aaron said. Put the turkey in S or A. Oh, she said or A, or I swear to whatever higher priority. I would not put it lower than that. So, I'll let you break the tie on that, Brett. What do you think?
So I think it's a tough debate, and the reason I think it's a tough debate is because so many people have had really bad turkeys. That free turkey from the grocery store that's been frozen since May,
right,
is not a good bird. And then that's the one they threw it in the oven based on the package descriptions and left the pop-up timer in it. And then by the time that thing pops up, it's about 50 degrees overcooked, and it's a dry, disgusting bird. But if you take the care, the last couple of years, I've not last year, but because the world ended, but the other times I had actually smoked the turkey for our office So I had 30-pound turkey that I'm putting on a smoker for all of it. So there's that, or I would still call that like a roasted style turkey, because you're not deep fat frying it.
Yep.
But or spatchcocking it, and brining it, and there's just so much to it.
Yeah.
A good turkey is great. A bad turkey is bad.
It can be bad. But
chat's starting to go A, right?
yeah, I think we were kind of going leaning S, football and that basically, but we brought it down to A just because of the possibility it could be a bad turkey, but you still like that it's there. So I'm gonna go A. I'm gonna put it on A.
I am fine with A.
Yeah, so A it is.
The next one is a baked sweet potato, so not sweet potato casserole or anything like that.
Oh, this one?
The next one is just. That one.
I moved I think somehow the shrimp cocktail got ahead of it, but we could.
You might have accidentally moved.
Yeah, that might have been a mistake. So let's go with the shrimp. Let's go with
either.
this one first. Yeah.
You want to go shrimp cocktail?
No, we'll go shrimp cocktail after. Let's do this one first.
Okay.
Baked potato. I love baked potatoes, so I'm a fan.
So this is the baked sweet potato. I think I have a regular baked potato later, maybe. Yeah, there is one. So this is baked sweet potato or yam. I don't know. I like potato. Well, I guess technically sweet potatoes aren't potatoes, right? Aren't they considered a different speed? Here's my problem with sweet potatoes. And sweet potatoes, you can fight me. Is just like kale. We were forced sweet potatoes upon us for so long. Everything was sweet potato fries. Remember that?
I do remember
5
that,
years
yeah.
ago,
Yep.
everything was sweet potato fries. Oh, they're whatever bullshit diet you're on to get in the swimsuit that you're not going to look good in. Eat sweet potato fries. But, all right. So, okay, these aren't fries. This is a baked sweet potato. So let's think about this. It's a potato put in the oven, forgotten about until someone mushes it open and throws a piece of butter on it and calls it a day.
It's an
You like them, so you sell me this baked sweet potato.
It's sweet. It's got a nice texture to it. If you put the butter on it, it's kind of like, it is a little bit like pumpkin pie. You can kind of visualize a pumpkin pie taste to it. So, yeah. Swim says, "I love sweet potato, fish fries, and chips. Why do you assault my being?" Well, it's a different situation. Like the fried ones are different from this one, so I totally understand that point. Mm-hmm. FRC says D for that kind of sweet potato, so Steph's not about it. Hey, Streamscribe's in the chat. Say hello to Stream. Hello, Carlo. Welcome back. Good to see you back. Let's give our friend Carlo a shout out if you could for us. And
join the debate.
Yeah, definitely join the debate. We have a big time debate going on here with sweet potato. I mean, no, I'm not going to say it's A or S or football and nap. So, but it's not D or F either. I don't see it a lot in the Thanksgivings I've been a part of, but
you think it's better than ham?
Do I think it's better than ham? I don't think it's better than ham. That's a good fair point. And Aaron says, I've been tricked by sweet potato pie so many times. I think it's pumpkin pie, and then it's not. But see, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Is it better than ham? I don't know. I guess I could probably put it C. We could probably get the most agreement on it from the chat. So I'm just gonna throw it there.
I think it's an inoffensive thing, and C feels right.
Yeah.
I feel good about it. I'll throw it on mine. I'm doing it on the side too, so I can keep up.
Yeah.
All right. C.
Okay. So
okay.
You got C.
Shrimp cocktail.
Yeah. Now this is an interesting one because I think I like
Anybody in chat get shrimp cocktail, and maybe as an appetizer, but who eats shrimp cocktail on Thanksgiving? Again, this is a list taken. This is part of a list taken from a radio station that did a massive March Madness style bracket.
Right.
And I pulled out things that didn't seem totally stupid. So we still got some stragglers. Like shrimp cocktail to me seems a little odd.
Yeah.
I was like, some people eat a lot of seafood, especially like depending on your ethnicity. People lean heavier on seafood to meat. So
yeah.
Where are we at with a shrimp cocktail?
Well, the chat is at F. They are not a fan of it. I like it, but I don't know if I like it for Thanksgiving. So I'm probably gonna
see. So
yeah,
I think that's what we were talking about in the beginning. So we see, excuse me, people saying it's not for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I don't know if I give it a creepy uncle because I don't want to see a creepy uncle, but I wouldn't be mad at seeing a shrimp cocktail, but I'd be like, who are you trying to impress? Especially if it's serving that cocktail glass.
Yeah.
I would say F, not because I don't like shrimp cocktail, because I do like shrimp cocktail, but it's just odd.
Yeah.
What an odd choice for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, it really. I was shocked to see it on the photo. Like one of these things is not like the other, and it's like I don't really see. I've never even visualized it being there, so I'm gonna go F. Yeah, let's go F. We agree on that. Yeah, I love it. The comments. Okay. As far as the sweet potato pie, Aaron says it's not a good thing. I want it to be pumpkin. Gotcha. No, it's true. And pumpkin pie is always better. And then as far as the shrimp cocktail, Turbosome says F. Aaron says I have no seafood allergy. It's going to be a big no for me. Christy's coffee, it's not a Thanksgiving food. Jade says F to your shrimp cocktail. Christy says remove it. Yeah. Eversty did say creepy Uncle Pass, but Brett and I agree. It's like it doesn't. We're not going to quite go that far, but it just doesn't. It doesn't really fit everything else.
I have a solid one that's in my head for creepy uncle that's going to piss off everybody, and I have a secondary one that's going to cause controversy. But we're not there yet. But I'm excited to see how I upset it.
I think there's going to be a creepy uncle choice that both of us will make that's going to get unanimous agreement by everybody.
Disapproval, right?
Absolutely.
That's the fun of this.
Oh yeah. So now we move into chocolate cake, which doesn't really. I don't think of Thanksgiving with chocolate cake, but as I said to you off air before we started, I don't care. I think it's awesome. I might even put it in the football and a nap category. It's just so good. Like it'd be just great to have after a big meal like that. So
we were always a very heavy pie family. My grandmother always baked like 3 or 4 pies for every Thanksgiving, but never a cake. I don't think I'd be upset that a cake was there. I would just be like, whose birthday is it? And,
right.
Oh crap, I didn't buy a present.
So I guess the argument then, and it seems like the chat's agreeing with you here, is that it's very good food, clearly, but it's not for Thanksgiving. It seems to fit that designation, and that's
here, chat. If you went to a Thanksgiving and they offered you what looks like to be a quite decadent double chocolate layered cake, you saying no because this is Thanksgiving, or are you gonna say C or a D tier, like this is an unexpected, it doesn't belong at Thanksgiving, but on second hand, it is cake.
True. Cake is cake.
Cake is cake.
Cake is cake.
Yeah, happy birthday, pilgrims. Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's a good attitude, Rahomo. I like that.
Sorry for the tuberculosis. Have some cake.
Road Tripper 55's in the chat. Mama Juke. Hello.
Hey, Mama Juke.
Yeah. This is Brett on the right side of the screen, and I'm Davey on the left side of the screen. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing all right. Hope your son's doing all right, too, obviously. Let's see. You know, Road Tripper, if you have any stories about the Juker family Thanksgivings, we would gladly take them in the middle of all this. We'd be happy to hear from you.
And Mama Juke is a bit of a baker herself.
Yeah, so. That's right. Good call, Brett.
What does Mama Juke? Have you ever served chocolate cake at a Thanksgiving? If not, would you, or would you think it was weird? Let's get a professional mother's opinion.
Oh, I love this.
On chocolate cake for Thanksgiving.
What would be your grade for this, Mama Juke? She says never in capital letters. Wow.
I feel like it should be D because it's not. Normally I'd say C, but I'm going D because it's not Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean, I will agree with your point though that if it was there, I would be all over it. I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'd love some chocolate cake. But I think the chat.
It'd be weird. It
would be weird. I'm not going to argue that. So let's go ahead and put it on D. I think that's very well done. We all kind of came to that one together. And Trevor says no cake on Thanksgiving. And I think earlier in the conversation, Mama Juke said the only cake that should be there is cheesecake. Is that on this chart? Let me see.
I believe there is cheesecake. Yes, there is.
Okay. We'll get. I think. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay. So
these are Cornish game hens.
Cornish game hens. That's bizarre.
So
I don't know.
We did this growing up. My mom did this one year.
Yeah.
Because we were kids and it was neat. It was one of the years we stayed home and didn't go to my grandparents for whatever reason. I think maybe my dad or something work related, and we had the little baby chickens instead of turkey. It's maybe cute if you're a kid, but yeah, I don't know. As an adult, if I invited Davey and half the chat, the other half of the chat I'm not so sure of. I got my eye on you, but the good half of the chat. If I invite you over to my house and I gave you baby birds on a plate, what do we think?
Yeah, I'm not feeling that, especially when you know there's a bigger turkey like right next to it. Like, why would I eat these little ones? Like,
yeah, it's like we could have had real turkey, and you gave me a pigeon.
I mean, seriously. So I gotta put it. Look, I don't know if I'm quite gonna go creepy drunk uncle category, but I mean, I'd probably put an F, just because that's just underwhelming. Like, you have this giant juicy turkey on one side, and then you have these baby little pigeons on the side. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm good with F. I like Cornish game hens. I don't get them that often, but they're very cheap, and it's not if you're like a single person. If you want to eat a chicken and you want both dark meat and light meat, but you don't want like a ton of leftovers and stuff, it's a perfect one person poultry. Yeah, it just tastes like chicken.
Yeah, just a really tiny chicken.
But on Thanksgiving's a little odd.
Yeah, I'm with that. I want to say hello to Tim Tam Gaming. Welcome back to the Sandwich Show chat, my friend. It's good to see you again. Tim Tam Gaming does a terrific gaming stream. Check out his channel too. Give him a follow if you haven't already. And Fitness Scout 2012 is in the chat too. How you doing, Fitness Scout? Can I reveal the detail? Because I think it is a day. Let me know if you're willing to divulge. But good to see you either way. Hope you're doing all right. But yeah, so with Game Hens, I'm going to put it at F. The chat did not agree with our assessment of the chocolate cake. They actually wanted it to be B, so I misread the chat.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to stand by it, though.
We asked a mom. She raised a talented young man named Daniel.
Absolutely. The Juke himself.
And he sings the third season of the podcast's theme. So, I'm biased, so I'm going to go with...
Well, Mama Chick's a good baker. I tell you what, I have seen her treats on air. It's really good. Like the brownies. Look fun. Yeah.
All right, next. This is salmon. Do I have any other fish on here? Let's just say like fish in general, since there's no other fish. But this is salmon. All right. What's the no? That's Christmas. Is the Feast of the Seven Fishes, right? The Italian thing. Salmon on Thanksgiving. I don't know.
I am in favor. Now, like Aaron mentions the seafood allergy. Get it far away from me. Totally understand that. Rahoma says fish is diet food. Wow, a lot of people don't agree. I like salmon. I would give it a solid B, even for Thanksgiving. So that's me. What does everyone else think, though? So what's your letter grade for this one?
If it was offered to me, I probably wouldn't eat it, but I wouldn't be mad it was there because, we're in a world of diverse diets nowadays. There might be somebody that's like a pescatarian where that's the only animal-based protein they're going to eat is a fish-based one, so they can still enjoy something at Thanksgiving without just loading up on mashed potatoes. I'd probably personally say C. I think fish can belong on a Thanksgiving, so either a C or a B. So, chat, C or B?
So one said F, one said
Davey wants A.
Yeah, one A. Gotta do.
With the F.
I wanted to give Tim Tam's comment earlier from, what was the food you were talking about with this one? What did we do last? Oh, the Cornish game hen, yeah. So on the Cornish game hen, Tim Tam says, I'd put it at F for what the fuck?
Pretty good. This little bird doing on my plate. It's a bird for ants.
Bird for ants. That was for homo. Thank you for the 100 bits, Christy. Wow, it's really nice of you to do that. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. It's really cool. We're having a good time with this. You want S for? Is that for the salmon? We're a little biased. We have salmon I think we have salmon at our Thanksgivings every year, so I think that's why we will rate it higher than a lot of other people do. I would happily go C, but that's kind of a politically correct way to do it. So, where some people are saying D, some people are saying C, some people are saying S. Jeez, we're all over the place.
I'm trying to look at it, and I'm looking at it more in a broader picture of just fish in general. So like a fish. As the swimmy kind.
Yeah.
Whether it's tilapia or salmon or cod or something like a baked cod would be nice on Thanksgiving. I probably wouldn't go for it. I'd still probably go turkey because that's what I want.
Yep.
I'm good with C.
Okay, let's throw it up there at C.
Especially since chat cannot agree, which I enjoy.
No, this is good. This is good. We love the debate here in the chat. This is terrific.
It is chaos.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Tim Tam says diet. What's that? Well, definitely on Thanksgiving Day, who would be going on a diet? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, just let it roll, I would say, on that particular day. Yeah, Christy says, I think C is fair. I do too. And Steph says, I live in Kansas. Fish and any seafood has never been a part of any Thanksgiving. Ah.
Yeah, there's not a lot coming to the ports of Kansas.
Right. Ports of Kansas.
Yeah, the infamous ports of Kansas.
Phil Vello's in the chat. Phil, welcome in. Phil. Can we give Phil a shout out? He has a custom command, FYI. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. So we are now up to cherry pie. Is this specifically cherry pie or just pie? I think it's cherry pie.
Cherry pie. Yeah,
okay.
I broke out desserts a little bit, so cherry pie.
Phil, so good to see you. So Phil, think you come at a good time. We're debating some desserts right now, so this is quite an interesting query. I mean, I like it. I mean, I think the thing with cherry pie, just in general, like in a vacuum, I think other pies can beat it, right? Like I always feel like strawberry pie can beat it. I think pumpkin pie can beat it. I think apple pie will beat it.
We always had cherry at Thanksgiving, so I'm a little biased, and I'd always get a slice of pumpkin and a slice of cherry. Cherries, like tart things are in my wheelhouse when it comes to sweets.
Yeah.
So I'm a little biased that way. But just like a regular top crust cherry, it's not that exciting. But I think it's a good contender for our first B.
Yeah. I think Aaron's on the B train and I'm on the B train too. And I think B is a very good grade here. It's delightful, but sorry, piano.
Ooh, that was ominous.
Sorry, the piano did not agree with me, but we're gonna go with it anyway. So we're gonna go B for cherry pie, and I think it's a good grade. Rahoma says yup, B, and Steph says B or C for cherry pie. I would take a little slice. Yeah, Phil, I'm so glad you could make it tonight. What do you think of our letter grade so far, Phil? It's so good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And Muppet says, I've never had cherry pie, so I have no input. Egg custard pie is my pie. Egg custard pie. Ooh, that might be good. We'll sit on that. I don't know if that's...
anybody that's joined. Our tier, if you haven't done a tier before, top is the best, bottom is the worst. Normally top's called S, but we're calling it football and a nap because that's the best part of Thanksgiving. And the bottom, which is normally the lowest tier below an F, we're calling creepy drunk uncle. That's the worst part of Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So nothing's made it into either yet.
Yeah.
But there's still time.
Oh, there's plenty. There'll be some candidates. I can already see it on this chart. So, yeah. And this is Brettington Frothingslosh, everybody. Just let me go zoom in on it for those of you tuning in late. But Brettington is the host of the PGC podcast with Phil from Pretty Good Cooking, and he's a big endorser of the Wawa. Yes. There's
not sponsored.
Not sponsored. So tonight, the two of us are compiling this tier list, and we're doing it with your help from the chat. So we appreciate all your comments so far on all these foods. And we move up to broccoli. Now, I like broccoli.
So do I, but what a sad sight on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, like it's just not going to live up to everything else, huh? Yeah.
Someone brings out a bowl of steamed broccoli and is like, you know what that is? That's when your father's like 80 years old, you're say my age or older, like maybe 40s or 50s.
Right.
You bring a 25-year-old girl that you met on a college campus somehow, who was a vegan, and your dad, he's he's been to Vietnam, he's seen some shit. He doesn't need somebody his son dating someone half his age that's gonna come and talk vegan at his Thanksgiving dinner. So he's gonna bring out a head of broccoli and say, "There's your Thanksgiving dinner." That's what broccoli is. And broccoli is a passive aggressive addition to a Thanksgiving table.
I got you.
Let's see. Wait, no, Steph, I thought was defending it. Yeah, I would not.
It does not look like. Most of the chat seems to be saying F. So Jade does defend it. Jade is going broccoli solid B tier. No, look, Jake, broccoli is solid B tier the rest of the year, but in Thanksgiving, I don't know. I feel like
it's an F for sure. But coming into this, I didn't have this thought. But now I'm having the thought of, is it the creepy drunk uncle on Thanksgiving? I think I'd be pissed off if somebody brought out plain ass broccoli on Thanksgiving and pass it off as a side.
You mean like not cooked or not sautéed or anything? Just like
no, like a steamed broth, like just okay. That's what like when I looked up it literally just said broccoli.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a broccoli casserole or like broccoli and cheddar sauce. It's just broccoli.
Yeah, broccoli, yeah. I like it. I do. And Phil says broccoli is dope. It goes well with the fish, which it really does. Like it is a great compliment to fish. I completely agree. But despite that, I think for the purpose of Thanksgiving, I'm going to agree with a lot of folks, and I too will place. And you will too, right? You'll put this on. No, did you say creepy drunk uncle? No.
I could be swayed to creepy drunk uncle. It's definitely an F.
Yeah. I would concur.
But can I get some creepy drunk uncles in chat if anybody?
Let's see. Well, wait. Let's get some creepy drunk uncles in the chat. The double entendre is brilliant here. I love it.
say I look cute. That's how I'll know.
Aaron says make it the creepy uncle then, but it better not be higher than F. Yeah. That's one.
Definitely not higher than F.
Yeah, I would say so.
Which one would you be more upset about if they got you not just upset, but how would it be weird, like a shrimp cocktail or a baby or a pigeon on a plate? I mean, it's
some meal. Like you have a baby pigeon on a plate, you have a side of like steamed broccoli, and then shrimp cocktail. It's just a pile of meh. It's just kind of a pile of meh. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying when you have all these other foods.
I would hate that. I would stop at McDonald's on the way home if somebody gave me that.
I know. That's just a whole pile of mess.
Actually, I might stop at Wawa. They're open 365 days a year.
Hey, there you go. Wawa love. Wawa's in the chat. I would be amazed if there was actually a Wawa. I mean, there probably was a Wawa emote somewhere in Twitch somewhere. I'll look it up.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, it's just a flying goose.
Yeah.
So
I know. I'm just gonna put it here. If anybody in chat vehemently disagrees with creepy chocolate, we will consider moving it up to F. But certainly, it's not going to be above that. But just to be clear, I do love broccoli in general. It's not just not.
I don't. Yeah. No, I like broccoli. Like broccoli cheese soup, broccoli. But I just freaking.
Yeah.
This is Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fatty and indulgent.
Not
a mini tree.
All right, so Christy giving a shout out to Wawa. That's funny. Let's see. Aaron says, "You feed me baby bird, broccoli, and shrimp." What the actual fuck, Karen? Yeah, exactly.
Well, we're moving on to cinnamon rolls, so I think it's time I crack into our tasty cake.
Oh, tasty cake time. Let's see.
Ugh. I haven't had one of these in probably 15 years.
Oh my goodness, it's like icing. It's just like a biscuit full of icing.
It's so dense.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like eating it's like eating a cushion made out of sugar.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Right on.
That my official answer. It's fine.
It's fine. Final answer.
It's just fine.
All right. So, Mama Juke says, "Makes my teeth hurt to watch you eat that." Oh man. can only imagine.
My ankles are swelling as we speak.
Oh no, Brett. My gosh.
That's a joke, people. Don't worry, I'll be fine. Cinnamon buns, though.
Yeah. Oh no, this is up there. I think we're putting it like I would go football on an app. I mean, who could say no to cinnamon buns? These look really good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is it like a regional? Like we normally only ate cinnamon buns in the morning.
Okay.
As like a breakfast thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Is that different?
I don't know. I mean, I've never really thought of it as a specific time of day food. It's just a dessert to me. So I've always felt that you could eat them whenever. So out in the West Coast, I guess that's our feel. But it's like dessert.
And then here's the reminder again for Thanksgiving, question mark. It's a little odd on Thanksgiving.
Interesting.
Unless I'm wrong.
Let's see what the chat thinks. So it's odd, but is it odd enough to go in DF or creepy territory, or are we talking more like BC?
No, I would say whether it goes, I would say more of a B.
Okay.
I think it's probably in line with a cherry pie.
Mm-hmm.
It's I think they're good. But yeah, it's just odd. But yeah, Jade's agreeing with Steph. Steph says more of a Christmas thing, and that's what I'm used to, it like a Christmas morning.
Oh, okay,
kind of thing.
Okay.
Aaron's about to fight.
Yeah, he's ready to fight anybody that says anything below A. It's not odd. not having that comment though. I don't know. I mean, I've never really seen it out of Thanksgiving for what it's worth, but I certainly would entertain it, much like cookies and pie and anything else.
Here's the other thing though. What else is the only thing in A tier right now? The turkey.
The turkey, right?
You're gonna tell me, Aaron, that a cinnamon roll deserves to be on the same level as turkey at Thanksgiving? I don't think so.
Well,
you can all caps me all you want.
The principle of it is a fallen though, because like we even conceded that the turkey itself could have been, and then Jaron says, "Yes, I do." I appreciate you standing up for your conviction there, Aaron. That's cool. Jamie, welcome to the chat. Cake is D. LOL. Well, we explained that earlier in the show. Jamie, welcome back. Who eats a cinnamon roll Thanksgiving? Okay, so the chat's
we let Mama Juke definitely rule on the chocolate cake.
Yeah,
and I agree. I think we're in a good place on that one.
Yeah, I think if you could do like a B plus, I think we could probably arrive at a fair consensus. I do think it's great. Is it a Thanksgiving food? I think it is. Not everyone does. And oh my gosh, Aaron's fighting everybody tonight. I will fight you. Jamie says, "Who eats a cinnamon roll on Thanksgiving?" And Aaron says, "I will fight you."
I really just want to put it in B, but Aaron's scaring me a little bit. She doesn't know where I live, does she?
Don't think so.
Okay, good. Don't give her my address.
Muppets actually had a really good comment. Muppet said, there's a pack of cinnamon rolls in the freezer, and I'm trying very hard not to eat them before Thanksgiving. So there's a lot of temptation involved keeping them. I don't know, Aaron. I will find you, Brett. Oh no. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, it'll be nestled in B for now. Let's continue with mashed potatoes. Now, I know what you're saying, that if you're thinking that turkey's supposedly...
Wait, hold on. This one's not mashed potatoes. This is potato salad, as in cold potato
What?
Salad. Yeah.
Ooh.
Now, again, like I said, I got this off of a Southern list, and that makes sense because there's mac and cheese later, too.
Yeah, that's true.
So I didn't want to eliminate part of the U.S. Potato salad's heavy at every event here, but in the warm months.
Yeah, it doesn't really... It says summer, doesn't it? It's more of a summer thing. It doesn't feel like fall. So
Yeah, for me, it is... Yeah, it's more of a... Since it's cold, there are warm potato salads, but I like the cold potato salads. But yeah, I'm not having a picnic on Thanksgiving.
Right. So for me, if you want me to put a letter on it, I'm gonna say. I mean, I'm not saying I like it, but I don't think it makes that much sense. I'm probably saying somewhere between D and F. Oh man,
I think we could put an F. Where are we at?
Yeah.
Oh, they want. Oh no.
Oh, they want creepy drunk uncle for this. Wow. Look at this.
Oh man.
Wow. Potato salad's creepy uncle, and Jade agrees, and Steph agrees too. Well, we did kind of turn on the chat when we did one of these ingredients, so I wouldn't complain if it was here. We'll put it there right now.
I don't want it at Thanksgiving, so I don't really care where it falls on the list. So I'm not going to fight for it anywhere else. So
Okay.
I will let it be under the creepy drunk uncle.
Yeah, I think enough people have made the point of it that I think that's a good spot, because it's like 4 people already who said creepy drunk uncle was the designation for potato salad. So let's run with that.
Yeah.
That's good. So we're up to chocolate chip cookies in our tier list.
Cookies.
This looks good.
Now, who doesn't like cookies?
Yeah.
But again, cookies at Thanksgiving. Again, for me, Thanksgiving was all about pie. It wasn't about cookies. But I don't know. What does Chad think? Cookies. We don't. But that's just because cookies, just to me, seem like more of an. They're not. Thanksgiving, like the things at Thanksgiving always felt more like a treat. Cookies don't really feel like a treat. I don't know. Maybe that's me. Cookies just feel like that's an everyday thing. I think they're good.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't fight anybody for adding them to Thanksgiving. They don't make me think Thanksgiving.
Well, Thanksgiving's a really long day. It's not just the meal.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Especially if you don't like your family, it gets even longer.
And that's the thing with some families. You're right. So, let's see. Cookies is A tier all day, every day, all year. Rahomus is with dinner, no. With coffee later, yes. And Aaron says cookies belong in B for Thanksgiving. And Kalan says you have room for coffee later. I would. It would be not a lot, but it would be. Now, wow, Steph says C or D. Swimmy says C. Not offensive, but not special either. Well, I mean, cookies are special, but in the context of Thanksgiving, perhaps it would get lost amongst all these other distinctive foods. So
I was originally thinking B, but I think C might be more appropriate, just because it's.
Okay.
I don't know. It's Chips Ahoy. It's Famous Amos.
If it really was the store-bought brand, then it would be like D. But I'm assuming these are freshly baked. Like
they'd be baked. But I don't know. I feel like cookies feel like not an everyday thing. God, you just die. But they don't feel like a Thanksgiving thing.
I see. I gotta respectfully disagree on C specifically, but could we meet halfway and say B minus? I think that would be good.
And still throw in B. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will not fight you.
It lands between A for some people and C for other people, and a lot of people did say B, so I think I'm gonna throw it in B, and I think we'll probably be in a good spot. But look.
All right. This next one is my first controversy.
Ooh, look at this. What is this?
This is lasagna.
Lasagna.
And I say F lasagna, creepy drunk uncle, throw it at the bottom. Lasagna is okay at best. It's a juice not worth the amount of time it takes to make a real lasagna is never worth the end product. And it's Thanksgiving. You come at me with a Pyrex of lasagna. Unless you're fresh off the boat from Italy and don't know any better, I'm throwing it to the floor.
Oh.
And I was going to say go to McDonald's for some snack wraps, but there's no snack wraps anymore. I'm going somewhere else that has a snack wrap like equivalent and eating that. I don't want your damn lasagna at Thanksgiving, and I probably don't want it anyway.
I tell you, I love lasagna, but I don't love it here. And you, if you can believe it, the chat is completely in your corner on this. Everybody agrees.
Hey, no controversy.
It does not belong at Thanksgiving. Lasagna. And Steph says, I'm
not Italian. I'm not Italian American. So we don't do a lot of pastas. I understand that could be a thing where pastas with every meal, no matter what. But come on, a freaking lasagna, get out of here. I just don't see. I cannot picture it alongside this, the ham, right? The pie, right? So I am putting it, and I'm just gonna throw it right in Creepy Dunk Uncle, and we'll let anybody else fight us over it if they don't like that. So yeah, Swim says C or D, but which is a good grade too. I don't think these are bad.
Colonzo too says, I don't think I've ever had lasagna at a holiday meal. I don't think I've ever had lasagna either. I think I've had all sorts of stuff, but I don't think lasagna is one of them. No. So that's
if anything would have been like if nobody feels like cooking, you go to a buffet and they just happen to have lasagna, that'd probably be the only time I'd ever see it.
Oh, I can't even imagine that being good. Buffet lasagna?
Buffet lasagna.
Oh, that's disgusting. I don't even want to try that.
That's probably as good as like buffet pizza.
Right. Buffet pizza. Like buffet pizza is like even worse than like the ones you get from the frozen ones you take home from the store. Like, like Tony's or something like that. Like it's no. Like I can't. Let's see.
This one's Mama Juke's. This is the cheesecake.
Ah, yes. Mama Juke had a big it was big. Buffet, anything after COVID sounds awful, which is fair, Rahomo. But
right?
I will say, yeah,
I was already kind of grossed out by buffets in general.
Yeah, even before pre-COVID, it was kind of a very questionable situation. So
very dicey.
Very much so. But cheesecake. Now, I think if we're going to be putting pies up there, I think cheesecake needs to be up there too. So I would certainly put it as a solid B. Mm-hmm. What would you say?
I would A or B it.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see what the chat says.
That looks like it looks like just a regular old New York style cheesecake with a little fruit topper.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different kinds of cheesecake, so just think of cheesecake as a whole.
Yeah.
But yeah, A or B for me.
Yeah.
Lots of A's or B's.
I think that's where everyone's at.
Want to A it?
Yes.
I would say I would probably if somebody said, "Do you want the cherry pie or cheesecake?" I'm going to get the cheesecake.
I have to say I would be completely in your corner on that. Because cherry pie is like I said, it can be easily surpassed by other foods. Like if you're giving me cheesecake, I'll bump it up over the cherry pie. If you're giving me pumpkin pie, absolutely I bump it up over the cherry pie.
And have you ever had a cherry pie that tasted any better than what are they, Drake's or Hostess? The little shitty ones that are like $1 you can get at convenience stores. Doesn't every cherry pie just taste exactly like the prepackaged $1?
That filling just can't be improved upon.
It's just
yeah.
It is what it is.
It is.
But yeah, let's A.
Can we demote the pie then? Can we demote the cherry pie? Because if we really do feel this way, maybe we should put it down at D with the chocolate cake.
I think it belongs to Thanksgiving though.
Okay.
I don't think it's bad. I just think that the filling is, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, certainly, I think we know what to do with the cheesecake. Let's put it over here in B. So that looks pretty good.
Oh, I threw it in A. You want it in B?
I could do. Well, let's see. We're seeing some A's come in. A lot of solid A's. Okay, I'll put an A. Throw it an A. I don't want to be a dictator. I'll listen to the chat. Cheesecake is better than cherry pie. You know what else is better than cherry pie? The fucking cinnamon rolls.
But they're no Tasty Cake brand iced honey bun from Wawa.
Oh, that is...
Go Birds.
Oh, nice. Let's see. So, Aaron's making me just laugh so hard with... I do like I don't know. I'm going to do a poll. This is the easiest way to settle this.
It's a tough one. I'm an A guy. You're a B guy. Chat split.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think there's the decision to make with the cheesecake. I'm thinking more about the pie. Like, I think we need to reevaluate the pie. We're doing like a recall election for the cherry pie.
Okay. All right. Let's Gavin Newsom that cherry pie.
That's right, baby. Let's go, baby. We're just gonna do A or B because we knew it was gonna be at least B, so we'll go that. And we're pretty sure it's not gonna be. I will not allow additional votes this time. I want a very fair poll, so we'll give you like 5 minutes to. No, let's say 3 minutes to make.
If I disagree with the results, can I call it corrupt and call
it rigged like we do with the jelly beans? Absolutely. I guess you have your right.
I will call. I'm going to send in my lawyer. I'm going to release the Kraken.
Phil says cherry pie has no place at the table. So Phil's even going the other way. He's like, Phil's saying, wait. Is it cherry pie or cinnamon rolls we're trying to do? I don't think it's cherry pie.
Where'd you put? No, you put the cheesecake at A. That's where it belongs.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do the cinnamon rolls. I mean, Aaron's about to throw hands.
Yeah, I need to redo this. I don't think that's the decision. It's the cinnamon rolls we need to make a decision on, I think. So why don't we do that? Can I end the poll early? No, I cannot. I have to wait. Okay, we'll get to that later.
We'll move on then.
Yeah, let's move on. So, what do we have here? This looks like
Sweet potato casserole.
Is that what that is? It looks like enchiladas. Okay. Goodness, either one. I don't think it's kind of out a little offbeat for this particular collection of food. I don't know. What do you think?
It's a staple. Normally, it's got the shitty little marshmallows on it, and then normally some candied nuts has a nice textural because the potatoes become very mushy. So a lot of times we'll throw in some like candied pecans. It beats out a baked sweet potato any day in my book. It's excessively sweet. The fact that you call it a side dish with dinner and not a dessert is really stretching it. But we always have it, or a form of it, and I will always eat it. But it is so sweet.
Yeah. So what's on the top of a casserole like that? Is that
Those are marshmallows, but the way I normally make it, I normally don't do the marshmallows. Okay. I normally do a pecan popper instead.
Not bad.
Because you get a textural difference, and you don't sugar on top of sugar on top of sugar. It's just, now you're just getting silly.
Okay. Let's run through this fairly. I don't think we're getting. Let's see. And Steph says, not the kind with the shitty marshmallows, but my mom makes a kind with a streusel topping, and that is bomb. Ooh. Yeah. Pecan sounds good, but Swimmy says, I hate these. F. All right. I don't know. I've never really tried it, so I have no opinion. I guess.
C or D. You want to put it the same level as the other sweet potatoes? Just throw it in C?
Yeah, we got to be fair about that, because, like, I would put it over. I mean, they kind of see them as interchangeable, so I'm just going to put it at C. Because I think people are kind of split on this. Like, so we'll roll with that. Okay, so let's go to cauliflower, which, I mean, if we're going to put broccoli down a creepy drunk uncle, what do we do with cauliflower?
I love cauliflower when given the option. It does smell like farts. But I'll take cauliflower any day over broccoli. But cauliflower also to me feels like a vegan passive aggressive. Did anybody ever try to sell you on a cauliflower steak? You ever have a cauliflower steak where they literally just slice it like half-inch thick, and then they'll grill it or pan fry it and be like, it's a cauliflower steak, and it's like, no, steak is steak, and steak tastes delicious. That's a piece of cauliflower.
I mean, I probably would eat it, but I like cauliflower.
Oh yeah, I'd probably eat it too.
Yeah,
but
no, it's not a substitute for steak. No, I wouldn't say so. So
but I would. Yeah, I'd throw it at the bottom too, because it's just, I don't want that at Thanksgiving. Yeah. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah. And it's precisely like I think Steph has it right. Like, I adore cauliflower, but not on Thanksgiving. And the same for me.
Yeah.
And right, One Tampa Rob, welcome to the chat. Hey brother, stopping in for a hot second because I saw you were streaming. Hope all is well. All is well. One Tampa Rob, he is an expert at smoking meat and barbecuing meat. So we're looking forward to your opinion on some of these meats coming up, Rob. So stay with us. We hope you can hang out with us. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate your time tonight. And it looks like we're getting 67% of our votes on A, and the poll is over. Cinnamon rolls has been elected to go to A, 67% to 33%. So,
oh man, I mean, you guys voted for Schwarzenegger, so I guess A it is.
I did not vote for him. I have to make that clear. I did not vote for him. Some people did. I did not. I do not speak on him. I mean, he can speak on behalf of everybody else, but I was not in on that one. The bump has been consummated. Cinnamon rolls to the top. Pump it up for those of you who love the cinnamon rolls. Boom. All right. So, in cauliflower, I think we're just going to put it. I mean, look, again, I think the same scenario with the broccoli. It would be stupid to, well, not stupid, but it would be nonsensical to put it higher than the broccoli.
Yeah. Well, now I'm having second thoughts about putting a roast turkey in A, though. If we're putting cinnamon rolls and cheesecake on the same level on Thanksgiving as the turkey,
I think they're really good for what it's worth.
No, I do. I'm saying turkey, I think, might be football on an app, though.
Oh yeah. Well, that was my original instinct. I think it is actually football on an app, just because it's the staple of the whole thing. So I'm gonna move it here. just for now. We can move it back down later. All right, so Brett, we're up to cornbread, which is so interesting. Oh, Jeffers on tonight. Oh, Aaron, have a great time. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope everything goes well at Justin and Evelyn. Thanks so much. Let's give Aaron one more shout out. I'll do that. Brett, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Cornbread. So normally Southern, and then of course the debate of cornbread, sweet cornbread or savory cornbread. I like cornbread in general. Don't really care about the debate of it. Cornbread stuffing is a thing, but this isn't what this is. This is just cornbread itself. When given the bread options on Thanksgiving, meh. I don't know. So I'd be a C or a D on cornbread. Jade is not with that.
I do like it. However, it can be done. It can go wrong. It can even go way wrong. It can be completely bland and tasteless if you don't do it right. And so the risk of that, juxtaposed against the Thanksgiving table spread, I don't know if it's worth it for me. So I'm probably gonna go D. I do like cornbread though. I think it's really good. I think it's a really good.
Yeah, it doesn't tickle my pickle on Thanksgiving. I'm gonna go D.
Speaking of the devil, you see pickles right underneath there on the chart.
Yeah, it's in there.
That'll be an interesting debate too. I didn't even know that was an option for Thanksgiving. So.
Who knew?
Yeah, exactly. So you say C. Turbo some says C.
What for cornbread?
Cornbread, yeah. So Muppet says, last year I ate a lot of cornbread. Look at the turkey moats that Judge MJ has right now. That's really funny. I'm going to put in C. I think that's fine.
All right.
It's not offensive.
I will allow it.
Yeah. You were, yeah. I think my first thought was D, but I think that's going to be fine. So we're running with it. Okay. Pump it up from Dutch MJ. Pump it up. All right. So thank you for the redeem, Dutch MJ. Good to see you back here. Hope you're doing all right out there. And we go back. Good night, driver by. Y'all making me hungry. Well, wait, good night, driver by? Drive by? Good night. Oh, good night. Okay, good night, Dutch MJ. So good to see you. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us a little bit tonight. And we'll continue the tier list, and we have the VOD coming up after the fact too. So if you missed any of this, we'll have the replay.
Yes.
Here on Twitch.
You can get angry with the VOD instead. Don't at me.
Let me do a shout out for Dutch. I forgot that Dutch is a streamer, and she has a really good charity stream recently. So check out her channel and Pinball, because Pinball is new to Twitch streaming, and Pinball's got some cool streams as well. Check that out. Maybe there's a cooldown for Pinball, but while we do that, let's debate. Is this cranberry juice sauce? Is that what I'm looking at?
Cranberry sauce. Yep.
Ooh, well.
Whether it's jellied or the real, how do we? I mean, I like it on the gobbler. I don't say hold it on the gobbler. It's sweet. It's tart. Here it does scream Thanksgiving though. What name another time of the year you want cranberry sauce?
There isn't one. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you got like a UTI and you want to change it up from the cranberry juice. It's very Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if it wasn't there.
Yeah. So how high are we going with this? Let's see what you got. Rob, we're doing a Thanksgiving tier list. So basically we're taking each of these Thanksgiving foods at the bottom and we're ranking them with a letter grade from A to F. And then there are super categories above and below that. So football and nap is better than A, aka S, and creepy drunk uncle is super. It's even worse than F. And so those are our grades. So between them, we'll have an idea of where we stand on all these foods. So it's really interesting. So yes, how high do you think this goes, Brett?
I was gonna say B based on the other things that are in C because it feels like it needs to be there more on Thanksgiving than the other ones.
Yeah.
I probably like it the same as I like anything in C, but if I think it wasn't there on Thanksgiving, it'd be weird.
I agree. I don't think it could be lower. I don't even think it could be C. It's got to be at least B. I don't think it's A because it's not really
And not everybody at the table is going to eat it, but
Right.
I think everybody at the table would notice if it wasn't there.
Yeah. I think that's very
Even
good.
if it's the kind that your mom just blopped out of the can and didn't even cut up, just can sized, sitting in a bowl, needs to be there.
Let's do it. I'm going to put it in B. And Dutch MJ says, thanks, Davey. You rock, and you talk a lot about food, which is a big plus in my book. Well, thank you so much, Dutch. I'm really nice. That's really nice of you to say that. And Brett does too. Check out Brett's podcast with Phil, the PGC podcast. If you want the sort of a podcast version of food talk, it's a really good one. So check it out when you can. I'll give you a quick look at that. There you go. So now we're up to mac and cheese. Well, there is not a bad time for mac and cheese, though.
This is another one where it's a bit of a southern thing.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah,
I do love good mac. I don't like bad. I don't think of mac and cheese. I like not dry mac and cheese, but I hate soupy mac and cheese. Like wet mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know there's so many people that that's their thing, but I like a dry. Like I will make shitty box mac and cheese and put it right in the fridge and eat it the next day after it's had time to dry up because I don't want it soupy. It's a weird me thing. But anyway, that has nothing to do with this. But mac and cheese at Thanksgiving, the people I know that are from the South that I'm friends with, they all have mac and cheese on Thanksgiving. It's like a given. We don't. I'm not from the South, but I wouldn't be mad. I mean, it's tough, right?
Yeah. It's not the first thing that comes to mind in terms of sides, so it's definitely a regional thing. And
I mean, it'd be nice to have a pasta is okay, but yeah, not lasagna. So
yeah,
it's not lasagna. Mac and it's a comfort food.
Mm-hmm.
What is Thanksgiving if not a pile of comfort food and high fat comfort food?
Yeah.
Yeah. What does chat say?
It looks like they're leaning toward D. Muppet says, same tier as chocolate cake. Won't say no to mac and cheese, but it isn't really Turkey Day food. And then Rob, as far as suggestions on how to cure up a soupy mac, he says just leave it on the stove for a few extra minutes and it won't be soupy. Pretty good. Yeah.
Mama Jukes about the South.
Yep, they always do mac and cheese in the South. Which, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I will issue a grade. I'm going to put it as D, and I'll leave it to everybody else to fight me to take it out of there. But I think that's where it is. Jade actually is a big fan. Jade is a solid A or B tier for me. Turbo Swims to C. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I look. If it was there, this is awesome. I love mac and cheese, but I don't know if it's a fit. I don't know if
it's tough because it's so regional.
Yeah,
and we're trying to do a very again, it's U.S. centric, but U.S. as a whole.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think you see mac and cheese on a lot. On the grand majority of people's tables.
It's not really a commentary on the mac and cheese itself. We both speak very highly of it, and I know the chat does as well. It's really more of a commentary of what is its role on a Thanksgiving table. And I don't know what in where I live in the West Coast and where you live in the East Coast, there's not much of a role. In the South there would be a big role. And I totally understand, but it's just a different scenario. Now, look, I could put it next to the cornbread because those go together really well. Like you could have cornbread and mac; they're like tied at the hip. So that I can do. I mean, I think you. I mean, would you be willing to concede the C for as well?
Yeah, I'm good with C.
Yeah, let's throw it in C. But this is just I'm running out of room on the row.
It'll don't worry, it expands if we need it.
Oh, okay, cool. So it actually gets bigger. All right.
It'll just start putting them under.
Okay.
That is a prime rib roast.
It looks amazing. It really does.
We normally have that on Christmas.
Right.
We have had it on Thanksgiving, on actual Thanksgiving because a lot of times members of my family will have to do multiple Thanksgivings, and how much turkey can you eat? So that's the backup is a prime rib roast. I like it more than I like turkey, but again, we're talking about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and I mean in a vacuum, it's superior to me as well. So I
I mean, that's like God level beef.
Yeah.
Prime rib roast. I mean, it's got everything you want. It's got fat if you like the fat. It's got the crust if you like that. The bone if you want to gnaw on it. Good stuff.
It's good stuff. Well, but as you said, I think. I mean, I'm not gonna say F, but maybe D or C or maybe even B. But I don't know.
Since I've had on I think. So we got to start thinking about alternative proteins just in general.
Right.
Ham we put in C because it's, I'm not a big fan, but also, ham's not that much of a... Turkey's obviously God level because it's Thanksgiving. But for alternative proteins, if somebody brought out a standing prime rib roast like that on Thanksgiving, I'd ask to be adopted. Like, do we do this every year? I want to say B.
Okay. So John Mama Punch. John Mama Punch. Welcome in.
That's one of mine. That's Dan. Dan's a good dude.
Dan, nice to meet you. My name's Davey. I'm the host of the Sandwich Show, and nice to hang out with your friend Brett tonight here as we're doing the Thanksgiving tier list. Nice to meet you. You get to know all of us, get to know our point redeems, and we're glad to have you with us. You probably know Brett already, but for those of you who aren't familiar with him, he's the host of the PGC podcast, and he hosts that with Phil, who is the star of the YouTube channel Pretty Good Cooking. So that's pretty cool that you get that association. And tonight, I get to spend some time with Brett, and we are checking out all these foods and categorizing all of them. So yeah, really nice to meet you. And this is what we do here too. We talk a lot about food on the Sandwich Show. So our goal is to promote people on Twitch, and Brett is one of the folks we're promoting. And you see him in Twitch chat too. So with prime rib, I'm just gonna throw it a B. I think people are giving us a good case for it. I think it's terrific. It's not better than turkey within the context of the holiday. No, but it's great.
But it's just such a good protein.
Yeah,
it's just so good.
Yeah, succulent.
The next one, I'm gonna be ubiquitous on here. It's venison.
Venison.
If you think about traditionally for Thanksgiving, venison was served, deer. So, especially in this area.
Okay.
I mean, I think PA has the highest number of deer hunters per capita.
Okay.
I don't know. That used to be true. But even going back in time, venison was like the thing you had. I don't really care for venison, but I think it's culturally and historically significant to Thanksgiving.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about the historical ramifications, I'll allow it. But I'm still not going to put it that high. I'm probably going to put it like C. I like it, though. I'll say this. I do think it's good, but...
What do we think, chat? Are we sleeping on deer? Do we like deer? Well, maybe you never had venison. That could be the other thing.
Well, Turbo Swim says that is a big football in the nap for me, so he loves it. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, he's close to me.
Yeah.
Regionally.
Right.
So that would make sense.
Interesting. Yeah.
Ooh, is it similar to elk? To me, venison almost tastes like sweet chestnuts a little bit, like in the meat.
Okay.
Well, at least that's what they're eating here. Thing with game, a lot of game food is their diets can really whatever they're eating in the wild is going to affect their meat. So it's hard to say.
I see.
Would an elk get on the same diet as a deer taste the same? I don't think so.
Yeah. Pinball says I've not tried venison. I'm not sure if I've completely tried it. I might have tried some form of it. It seems like I would enjoy it. It's probably going to be gamey, which I like. So I would be in favor. Yeah, this is tough. I
see.
I mean, I think I could even
and
go.
Also,
yeah.
So the other thing too is the day after Thanksgiving is traditionally the opening of deer season here in Pennsylvania, which is more people take off at work for hunting than they do for Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. So I think C's fair.
Okay. So there it is. We're gonna put it. Yeah. Venison would be higher up if it were a Christmas tier list because they old-timey 1800s Christmas dinner. But here, C. Yeah. I think that's a very good assessment. We have a lot of East Coasters in the chat tonight. I noticed that. I know Muppets is one. I know you're one. So, and Swimmy's of course obviously is one. And Erin is two actually. She's originally from Long Island. So,
cool.
Yeah. So Aaron, by the way, I'm glad Aaron had to go a few minutes ago to mod Justin and Evelyn. So much love to you, Aaron. Hope your mod duty goes well tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us, retroactively to when you left a few minutes ago. But I'm glad you could hang out. This will be fun. And as I promised her, we'll put the results on Discord after the fact. We'll take a screen cap of this and we'll put it on Discord.
Yeah, you can actually save directly from the website in a PDF, which is nice.
That is nice.
There's that save download at the bottom. So,
it looks awesome.
Also, if you want to throw in the chat, I'm not in the chat, duh. In the Discord, the link I sent you for this too. Everybody, so with Tier Maker, what's nice is every tier somebody makes, it becomes public. So you can do your own, and then you can share it in the Discord with us.
Ooh.
So you can rank your own, toss it back at us, and say, you idiots don't know what you're talking about. This is what's up.
We could do that over in the food channel. Yeah, the food, and either the food or the cooking in restaurants on the channel on Discord. Yeah. Hey, Mad Clean's in the chat. Maddie, nice to see you again. Mad Clean. One is Maddie, who is John Plays Music's wife. So it's so good to see you in the chat. How you doing? How's everything going? I'm gonna give a shout out to John Plays Music as well, because just one of the nicest guys, and we were so fortunate to have him on for a sandwich show recently. It's so good to see you, Maddie. I appreciate you being here. Hope you're enjoying the program so far. Muppet says East Coast is the best coast. We got lobster, New York City, fall foliage, and Paul Revere's house. You also have like sub 30-degree temperatures, and you have to shovel the walk. So I don't know. We're gonna have a debate about that one, my friend. But it's good to see you all here. Joe Mama Punch, Best Coast. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue with this. What were we gonna? Oh yeah, I wanted to do the Discord link. That's right. Wait, are you streaming too, Mad Clean? I didn't know that. That's super cool. I may have to follow you. So anyway, back to the tier list. I do want to take a moment to just knock out some of these obvious choices, so we can just kind of save more time for like the more debatable ones. So why don't we just jump ahead?
Okay.
Unless your list is all written out already and everything, but like for example,
no, go for it.
Okay. So this has been staring at me the entire show. The freaking veggie tray. If there was a category lower than creepy drunk
the veggie tray, okay.
That is like,
man,
shouldn't even be in the thing.
Shit.
Uh-oh. Do we have a disagreement on this? No, seriously though.
We always have, like, every family function always has a goddamn veg. I don't eat any of it. My mom was always like, there's fresh vegetables out there. Like, fully aware, Ma. Fully aware. I don't want it.
Yeah.
It's always there, though. It's like if there's more than 3 relatives in the house, it requires the coexistence of a veggie tray with the ubiquitous ranch dipping slop in the center.
The heavily processed ranch dipping slop.
Yes, and it's weirdly chunky. Like, what are those chunks? Who knows?
Oh my gosh! It just
wherever you want to put a veggie tray, I'm not gonna fight you on it.
It's going here. Jamama Punch.
Okay.
Much respect to your comment on the veggie tray. The veggie tray is a staple in our household. It always gets demolished. When you say demolished, do you mean like that you eat it, or do you mean that you just hammer it with a mallet? Yeah. Wow. And so Steph says there was always a veggie tray at my grandma's family Thanksgiving with the 50 people there, and it always got destroyed. Smack that thing with a spiked bat. Ah, there you go, Jamama Punch. I got you. Okay. All right, I hear that. Okay, so we got that one out of the way. Biscuits. Now,
Southern thing again.
Yeah, it is a Southern thing. Ah, gosh, I don't know. What do you think? C, B, A? Where would you put it?
I would say C, because we put cornbread in C.
Yeah, I mean, seriously,
and it's only fair.
It is only fair because like they really do line up with one another. They're like, it's like a constellation, and then like constellation has got like, it's got like biscuits and mac and cornbread, and I think there's one more item in here. No, I think that was it. But yeah, I'm with you. So let's do some other quickies. Okay. Oh, I do see apple pie. That's great. So pickles is just odd. I love pickles.
Pickles is odd.
Yeah, but
I love pickles, but that's odd.
It's odd for the occasion. So
yeah,
would you say F?
Yeah, let's go F because I know one. Yeah, let's go F.
Yeah, I'm gonna go F.
Creepy drunk. I'll
Okay.
go F.
And then our favorite, yeah, what's up, carrots?
Carrots. Just some fucking carrots.
There's nothing to talk about with the carrots.
But I like cooked, like these are roasted carrots. I think carrots really do better after cooking, which is always a fight too. People are like, great both ways. They're only good raw. Carrots are the best cooked. I don't care what anybody says. I would go C with carrots personally. C for carrots.
Okay. So Swim says C, roasted but not soft. Yeah, you don't want to get too soft because if it's just mushy, it's not very good at all.
Yeah, appropriate for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I agree too. Steph says they're appropriate for Thanksgiving. Jamal Punch says C. I think we have a consensus. We're gonna go C for the carrots. Okay, let's see any more quickies we can knock out. Pasta salad. That's just like
pasta salad's in there with the potato salad, right?
Right.
That's gotta be.
Yeah, I mean, and it's so similar to potato salad. Like you just have to throw it in. I don't even. Need to
I like pasta salad a hell of a lot more than I like potato salad. But if somebody showed up at the Thanksgiving, I'd be like, you do know this isn't the 4th of July.
Absolutely. So, and you know what? As long as we're on the topic, what the hell is corn doing over here? I mean, like,
you guys don't have corn at Thanksgiving?
Well, no, I guess that's true because like the pilgrims and everything. Okay, never mind. I'll take that back. I'll walk it back.
We always big old. I was gonna go fucking football on a nap for corn.
All right, yes, that was a bad instinct. I love corn.
This was it's funny because it's an ongoing joke. One of Brett's drunken delicacies is I always have a giant bag of frozen sweet corn.
Yeah,
I just like to microwave a bowl of sweet corn, and then I put a slab of butter in it with some Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, and that is my drunken midnight snack. But yeah, I love corn in general, but corn at Thanksgiving, maize as the Indians would call it. Or Native Americans, can't say Indian. Native Americans would call it. Yes. Let's see, what do we got?
Yeah, I think everyone's in it. Corn is a must. Corn is essential. Yeah, sweet corn is a Thanksgiving thing. All right, so that's going way up to A at least, maybe even over here. I think the chat has.
I want to. Can I? I don't. Do I get a maybe as a veto? I want to put it as a football on a nap because I love corn.
Let's just throw it as football on a nap. I don't think.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's worth it. Because, like you said, like the original visual of Thanksgiving with the natives and the pilgrims coming together with like a turkey and obviously the circumstances around that. We can talk about that another time. That's another show, another podcast, different topic, different category. but at any rate, yeah, I think we'll put it there. That'd be fine. Yeah, everybody's all about it. Everybody loves it. Football on nap. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. Everybody's pumping it up. Pump it up.
Hell yeah.
Love it. Okay, great. So that's good. So let's continue. Oh, by the way, check out all our emotes. We have BTTV emotes as well. So if you want to use those, go for it. There they are. So I'm trying to get rid of any more easy ones. Now, what's this one over here?
I want to throw away an easy one, and it's gonna piss everybody off. Bottom. Well, actually, it's in your right. I might have skipped one by accident, but. Green bean casserole is fucking trash.
Oh, no.
I don't care. Steph is going to fight me. Steph is going to drive to my house. She's going to drive the 17 hours, whatever it takes. It's shit green beans, a can of cream of mushroom soup, and a tin of bullshit fried onions on top. No.
No.
It is not good. Green bean casserole is absolute trash.
No way.
It is trash food for trash people. Steph has taken over for Aaron and the threats.
I am on my way to kick your ass. No, but Brett, I'm on your side on this one. I'm putting it in the solid
Green bean casserole is terrible.
Solid F. That cream is just disgusting. I can't dig it. I'm sorry, Steph.
Let's leave it at F. Let's leave it at F. It's not creepy drunko because it does belong at Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. It's always going to be there. But when you pass it to me, I'm going to make this face, and I'm going to pass it to the person next to me. You're like, oh, you didn't get any? I don't want any. I don't want any. It's gone.
Yeah, that's an easy decision for me too. Hyper UK, have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate you coming in via the raid from Mad Ford Clean Engineering. Great to catch up with both of you tonight. I'm sorry you're not feeling great though. I hope the new meds that you mentioned are going to help you out there. Feel better, Hyper. But much love to you. Let's give Hyper one more shout out if you can, if any mods are in the chat. Actually, let me just do it. I think I might be the only one in the chat right now among the mods, so it's all right. Let me do it. There you go. Okay, so we just have a few left. Any more quickies we can do? Let's see. Yeah, this is tough.
Okay, so deep fryer turkey, I feel like could be the only reason I separated it was because I think deep fryer turkey is a lot of effort. You can burn down your house, and it's like a hipster thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a cool. Hey man, we got a turkey fryer. Look how cool we are. We're frying a turkey. Okay, to me it feels more like a novelty than a need. So I think it belongs still high on the list because it's still a turkey.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's more cute than like some asshole somewhere said, look, I can deep fry a turkey, and everyone's like, ooh.
Well, I think the question really for me amounted to, is it easier to do it that way than the other way? And
it's just faster. It's 45 minutes versus a couple hours. That's really what the difference is. But do you want to burn down your house to save a couple of hours? I mean, it's in the oven. You're not actively doing anything with it, God forbid.
Right.
That's 45 minutes. You got to sit out there and stare at it and hope it doesn't catch your Buick Skylark on fire.
Well, I like
me, A or B?
Okay.
Where are we at?
I think we'll go... Well, it can't be at the same level as the regular turkey just because the tradition of the regular turkey is unparalleled. So I might even go B.
Ooh.
Yeah, but people are agreeing with me. People are agreeing with me here, though.
All right. I'm okay with B.
Yeah. Novelty not that good.
Rid of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Jade says maybe B tier. Yeah, I think BB's right.
Perfect.
Yeah, Swim says it's one of those things, done right S, done wrong F. See, that volatility of that, and that's true. It can go very wrong if you don't do it right. So I actually really like fried turkey when it's done right. It does taste fairly good. But on the other hand, yeah. But you're right. It's just kind of just like something you do because you can. It's just not, I don't know. It's interesting. But it's just a lot of effort. It still is a lot of effort. I'll tell you why. Because
it's a lot of effort.
It is a lot of effort because you got to set up a giant tub. You got to let it cook a while. As you mentioned,
the oil is expensive.
Yeah, good point.
The oil is expensive, and you're not going to reuse it for anything.
No.
That's all going in. Like you got to recycle it then, unless you're a piece of shit and you throw it in the garbage.
Oh,
that's a lot of effort.
Yeah, that really is.
To be cute. So
Yeah. Let's see.
Anyway.
Vibing, welcome in. I am late to the unmute party because I was editing, but if you can get venison, it belongs much higher than Swimmy was saying. Interesting. And Swimmy had a very high opinion of it.
We threw in C. We have in C, which I feel is okay.
Yeah.
Because ham and salmon are in C.
By the way, Island Vibing Presents is a fellow presenter like myself, and I actually like you too. Actually, she's a fellow interviewer, podcaster type, as we are.
Cool.
So she's been interviewing a lot of cool folks along Twitch as well. Well, I've got a little announcement for you folks. Actually, I am going to contribute a regular segment on her program, the Island Vibing Presents, pretty soon. And you can actually catch me on her show on Thursday. So check out her channel. Give her a follow right now so that you can see our segment. I'll share some anecdotes about the sandwich show and what it's all about. But we hope you can join us for that. Island Vibing, it's so nice to see you in the chat. Hope you enjoy the rest of this program too. And meet Brett. Brett's over here on the other side of the screen. We hope you're doing all right tonight. Yeah. So she's got definite opinions on these foods as well.
Bun left.
Yeah. Oh, the tasty cake? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's fine.
it's fine.
It's fine.
Absolutely vibing, 100%. So we hope you're enjoying this as well. So we already ruled on a lot of different proteins. Like we ruled on pork, like on ham, and 2 types of turkey, and baby chickens, which are like pigeons.
Cornish game hens. Yep.
Cornish
so we
game
got let's knock out the other proteins then. So we got on the list yet lamb.
Which
duck.
one is lamb? Is this lamb right here?
It's the chop one.
Okay.
5th one in.
Ooh, I do like lamb. It's a good one.
I love lamb.
Yeah.
Lamb's one of my favorites in the world. But at Thanksgiving, it's weird.
I And I don't even know if I'd necessarily say C in this case. Yeah, I don't know. Chat, we're going to need your help on this one because I don't know. I definitely wouldn't put it here.
I think the reason we put chocolate cake at D was because we both like chocolate cake, but it'd be unusual to see at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like prime rib went up higher because that's like a goat meat. You know, that's the greatest of all time cut. So that's an upgrade.
Yeah.
That's why it's up higher. Lamb is still a great meat, but it'd just be, I don't know, it feels like it'd be weird.
I'm going to throw
I'd be okay with D.
I'm going to go D.
You want to do? Okay.
Steph says D. Jamama Punch says B. All right. No, Jamama Punch did not like our ruling, but
hey, well, here's the thing. Dan's Canadian, so he doesn't know what he's talking about.
All right. So Turbo Swims is not a lamb fan, and you're going to get people on different sides of lamb in general. So the idea that it would be, because this is supposed to be like a national consensus anyway, so I just don't see this making it higher than C in terms of like what would the most people think of this product.
Yeah.
And so I think we together probably have it about right. I mean, maybe you could put like C minus.
Actually,
yeah.
Before we even get to the next product, I'm sorry, because I saw mashed potatoes actually up in the actual next list.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had a friend text me today. It was odd because then I told her like, oh, I'm going to be on doing this later. It's an ex-coworker I consider a friend.
Yeah.
And she's saying she went to her mother's or mother-in-law's 2-3 years ago, and they didn't have mashed potatoes, and everybody was pissed. And she's to this day doesn't understand why everybody was upset that there's no mashed potatoes. And so to this day, she and her husband bring the mashed potatoes to ensure that there are mashed potatoes. I was like, man, I feel that.
I do too.
If you were to show up to a thing, she's like, she didn't get it. She didn't understand what's so weird about not having mashed potatoes. Like, not having mashed potatoes, like that's like not having turkey at Thanksgiving. You have to have. I don't care if it's Hungry Jack. you're gonna have mashed potatoes.
Yeah, you have
no matter what.
I completely agree.
So, do we put it up with corn? Because I think we do. I think that's a football and a nap.
I absolutely think we do. And Jade has been from the beginning of the show, like from the very beginning of the stream, like a couple hours ago. Jade says mashed potatoes are S tier for me, but to be fair, I actually know how to make them correctly. But to Brett's point, I don't even think that matters. I think if it's just if it's just like, average to mediocre, it still needs to be there. Exactly. So this is football and nap. It has to be there. And if gravy was on this thing, that would be there too. But I assume that's implicitly included. So we'll
because that's hard to. That's not really a dish,
right?
I mean, unless you're a piggy. You chug it. The next one that's pictured, that's bread pudding.
Oh, okay, it was bread pudding. Okay,
I'm Pennsylvania Dutch. We do bread pudding, but I don't think a lot of other people. I would say probably D tier. D. I wouldn't say F because it's not unusual because it is something.
I actually have seen it. I think I've seen it before.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I think it's good with a scoop of ice cream on it.
Yeah.
Some people put raisins, some people don't put raisins in it, but I feel good at D. Does anybody? I don't know if anybody in chat even ever had bread pudding or knows what it is. I don't know. How do you feel about bread? I like bread pudding, but
I do.
It's dense.
I can take or leave it. I think when you put it up against all these other ones, all these other foods. I just don't see how it's going to make a case for itself. So I'm going to put it in D. I think it's appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah. Seems like most people say, bread pudding. F. Steph says C. Dan says D or F. Yeah, I think. And
it's a tough one.
Yeah.
It is weird to take a bunch of stale bread. Basically, it's like a baked French toast, if you want to think it that way. It's similarly seasoned. It's just chopped up stale bread.
Yeah.
Baked with an egg mix on it to make it savory, but
okay.
Yeah. How about a baked potato instead of a mashed potato?
I'm struggling with this one because I just don't understand why would there even be a baked potato if you already have mashed potatoes. Right? What's the point of having the baked potato? Like, why is it even there?
Yeah, shouldn't we? Let's since it's a white russet, which you're going to be using for your mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I say it ranks lower than the sweet potato or the yam. Just because, we don't need that.
I'm not gonna say creepy drunk uncle because it's literally the same thing as the mashed potatoes. Just
No,
that,
but I'd say D.
Yeah.
To me, if you gave me a baked potato, all that would say to me is you forgot to, or you didn't feel like mashing it.
you were too lazy to mash it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it looks like the chat's with us on this. D is acceptable. Agreed.
Yeah.
From Jade. Steph says agreed. The wrong form potato. Rob says has to be mashed. Baked potatoes D. 100%.
D.
This is a
right.
very,
Man,
very easy decision.
That was the most agreement we've gotten all night.
Yeah, you're right. That was quick.
That was real quick.
Yeah, I love it. Okay. Vibin says weird cousin who was trying to be like you but in a strange stalker-like way. Is that what that is?
Is that it is?
I see that. Yeah, indeed.
Or like, is C like the cousin that keeps asking to like see your records? You're like, why? It's just like a weird. They just want to be in your room and you're not sure why. They are just looking at your records, but it's
so
just
good.
weird because they're insistent on it. Anyway, yeah, Dan, I'm sure you want to see my records.
Let me add that quote from because that's actually pretty good. Let me add Vibing's quote, and that's on baked potatoes at Thanksgiving. Yeah, so Island Vibing presents.
Dan, I would love to show you my records someday.
There you go. Okay, so now we're up to, is this key lime pie? Or Boston cream pie?
No, that is lemon meringue.
Oh, meringue. I love meringue pie. Okay.
My grandmother made lemon meringue pie every Thanksgiving. I don't know if that was a us thing or not.
Yeah.
I think it was maybe because it was one of the few pies that she knew how to make properly.
Yeah.
But every year we had lemon meringue pie.
Yeah. I mean, I think it belongs. It should be among the desserts. I would say, yeah, we're good with it. Lemon meringue.
It's pie.
Yeah.
It's pie, but how does anybody else have lemon meringue on Thanksgiving? I don't know if it was a me thing or not.
Okay, Steph says I love lemon meringue in Thanksgiving. Okay. Yeah.
Do you want to put it? I mean, I think it's on par with a cherry pie.
It would at least be on par with the
B.
cherry. Yeah, I think it would even be Yeah, it was about the. Yeah, I would say so. I'm gonna do that. Let's just put it at B. I think that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next are duck breasts.
Ooh, well, just the breasts, not the rest of the duck. What about the legs?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, a duck breast. I mean, I love duck breast. But yeah, I mean, let's just say duck.
Well, duck is amazing. Duck is awesome. Now, I think duck has been a part of our Thanksgiving from time to time, so I would happily place it probably at B. I really think it's good. It goes, even though it seems redundant, but it's not. It's actually really nice. It's a good compliment to turkey, so I would actually put it B.
I love duck. It is fatty and decadent, which makes sense for Thanksgiving. And what is it if not a better tasting turkey? Well, it doesn't taste like turkey, but along those lines. Of the poultry family, it's God level poultry. So I'd be okay with B since we put prime rib at B.
Yep.
I'd say that's a protein upgrade, but since it's not traditionally Thanksgiving, we lower it down to a B.
Yeah, I think that's spot on. Dan says, "Damn, that's a bold claim." Duck at B. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
This is a bold stream, Dan. It's a bold stream.
It's a bold stream, all right. So we're gonna put it at B. So we're down to the final maybe half dozen or so. We have maybe like 7 left, I think. Now we have 2 pies to debate. We have pecan and pumpkin. So pecan.
I mean, I think pumpkin's a better and easier debate.
Yeah.
If that's not football and a nap, I don't know what is.
Exactly. I mean, you can't, again, like, you just look at what's at the top there. Like, those, like, yeah, Thanksgiving, instinct, like, boom, Thanksgiving.
Football. Yeah, if I only showed you the 4 pictures that we put in football and a nap, you would know. And I just said, what meal am I planning? I think everybody would know.
Exactly. That's a fantastic point. Yeah. It's Thanksgiving summarized in 4 photos. Maybe the only thing you would add is you would add the cranberry sauce.
The cranberry, we just dipped it down because not as many people like it as much.
Right. But you can get a unanimous decision on a lot of these, so I think it's just spot on. And yeah, terrible job out of me with making my point about the corn earlier. Actually, it's such a very stupid thing for me to say, but I think I was acting on it. Yeah, but
okay.
In the end, I totally agree because it really lines up with everything else. So it's really awesome. So okay, that's great. We did that. So now pecan pie. This is a little bit more of a decision. I don't think it's A. I don't think it's.
I think so. Again, maybe probably more prevalent Southern.
Mm-hmm.
I know traditionally my family doesn't like it. I personally do like it. My mother doesn't like things that are molasses based, so we didn't have a lot of things like that. I like pecan pie a lot, but again, it's because I think it's like we were talking about earlier in the show. I'm not crazy about overly sweet things. That's why I'm still only halfway through this honey bun that's only 6 ounces because I don't know if I'm going to make it. I keep doing things for the bit, Davey. I don't know if you've noticed that. I keep doing things for the stupid bit, and I suffer. Eating a dirty carrot.
Dirty carrot.
And dirty carrot and trying to choke down a honey bun.
Well, Brett, I
anyway,
got good news for you though. If you want me doing something for the bet, we're gonna do it right now because Stuart just redeemed the Bean Boozled again. We are outside of the boundary. Yes, we have another one. So let's do it. All right. So Stuart, thank you for the redeem very much. 666 points. It's a big redeem. So we appreciate you for doing that. And you'll probably appreciate it even more depending on what this bean is. So time to do something for the bit, Brett. Here we go. Let's throw it out here. Okay, so I got this one. It's not the peach one. This one is either... Oh, no. I think it's Stinky Socks or Tutti Frutti again.
That's a common one.
Oh, God. All right, let me just turn the Bean Boozled sign on first. All right, let's do it. Wait, hold on. Actually, I can't tell. Maybe it is Tutti Frutti.
This was the trouble you were having on Friday, too.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, you're right.
Trying to figure it out. Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's probably not Stinky Socks, though, because I think that one kind of stuck with me for a while. So I think this is Tutti Frutti. So pump it up, but I don't really
You don't look horrified.
No. So I think I did all right. So get that Rick command. Yeah, there you go, Romo. Thank you. I love that everybody's quick to that rig command once I get the good one. So appreciate it. Thanks again for the redeem, Stuart Hayek. Better luck next time, my friend. So maybe we'll get the bad one next time. So back to the tier list. We're almost done. We just got these left. A lot of support for pecan and football and app territory. You know what? I'll say this. I'll tell you what. It is very much synonymous with the fall. So I think on that principle alone, I would aptly put it there. What do you think?
Where are you sticking it? What tier?
Football and nap.
Pecan pie?
Yeah. What do you think?
Oh, I was gonna say A.
A would be fine. Like I would not object to A.
I just think because when nuts are involved in general, I think they could be divisive. That's why I would say A.
That's fine. Yeah, that's a decent comment because plenty of people have peanut allergies and nut allergies. So
Uncle Scar's gonna cry over pecans. Don't worry, we put it as A only.
Yeah.
You can.
Oh yeah.
Dry your tears.
I love Uncle Scar says pecan is trash. If it gets voted the top tier, I'm going to cry. Well, we didn't do that. We didn't quite do that. Alan Vibing says goes and writes note to cancel pecan tree order.
Yeah, don't be so divisive. That's divisive landscaping.
See, Finball says Davey has become numb to the taste of Stinky Socks. Possible. I just couldn't tell. It's so interesting. Okay, so what do we have? I can't. Are these Brussels sprouts?
Those are Brussels sprouts, and I know you don't like Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels
sprouts.
No.
I love Brussels sprouts.
Oh, do you?
Oh, I really do. I think PJ and me had like shown these, and it maybe I didn't write the comment right, but I love Brussels sprouts, and with bacon, it's even better.
I like them. They're like the best part of. I mean, if you get old woody Brussels sprouts, that kind of suck. But good, small, sweet Brussels sprouts are fantastic.
Yeah. So
let's see, where are we at here?
Let's see where the chat is on it.
All right, the UK hates Brussels sprouts.
Ooh, Hyper UK, not into it. Swim says solid A. Steph says A or B. We're hummus is Brussels sprouts plus bacon plus feta plus balsamic. Ho 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 ho. That sounds great. Uncle Scar, bacon is trash.
Uncle Scar reminds me a lot of our Aussie reporter Lee that we were talking about earlier. The palate of a toddler.
That's an alternative opinion, my friend, but I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Let's see. Pinball Sorcerer, would anything on this list
Dan,
move
what
up
is,
a tier?
what is wrong with you? Dan. Dan, Dan.
I'm not buying.
Come on.
Dan, I respectfully disagree with your statement.
And especially, if it was Canadian bacon, I would agree with you, which is just shit ham. But actual bacon, freedom bacon is delicious.
That's just hysterical.
None of that commie socialized medicine bacon you got up there.
All right. We got to redeem.
Sprouts.
Let's do the next redeem.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
No, I saw it. It's the Filthy Adult Coloring Book, which I'm not sure if you've seen yet. Yeah, so let's...
I have. Yes, I have.
Oh, you have? Okay. So let's do this. All right, so tonight's entry in our adult coloring book. Let's see. I think some of these aren't even filthy. Let's see.
Just because occasionally they have a bad word. You're like, oh, it's adult.
Yeah, this is not... And I will say, as far as the book itself, I kind of am in that boat. It's like, it has filthy moments, but I've seen a lot filthier than this. Anyway, here's today's entry. There isn't even a cuss word in there, but it is part of the book, so I'll run with that. I'll give you one more.
It is the season for giving. There you go.
Yeah, that's much better. Okay. All right. So thank you for the redeem. Was that you, Stuart? Modfather? Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Or was that Rob? Rob, was that you with the redeem? Trying to check who it was. It was Rob. Thank you so much. Appreciate you checking out our point redeems. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. Rob says, "What? No truth in advertising?" Not entirely. I think it was. I think it caught a lot of the notes, but it definitely could have been filthier. I was kind of disappointed in some of those pages. But anyway, back to this.
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
I would put them B because I like them more than everything. I like mac and cheese more, but we knocked mac and cheese down mostly just because of the holiday.
Yeah.
But I like Brussels sprouts pretty much more than anything else in C.
And
I will give into chat because not everybody loves Brussels sprouts. It's divisive. So that's why I'm willing to knock it to B instead of A as a compromise.
I think B is fine. I'm just gonna put it there so that we can move ahead. I would happily put it in A though. If it was just for me, it would be an A.
What are we saying here?
Yeah.
A plus. It's mediocre.
Wow. So Monchafis is mediocre.
All right. So if we got A's and F's, I think B is a B or A.
Yeah. It's mostly B's and A's, and then there were a handful of F's. So I think when you weight it out, it's like B. Yeah. So.
Okay. All right. Just a boring ass fresh salad.
Well, I think it needs to be at the table because I think you do need some vegetables at the table at some point.
I know, and it angers me. You're right. Yeah. You should. You're eating some very heavily caloric foods and not a lot of fiber.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at our top tiers, there's not a lot of stuff in there to get things moving the next day. So maybe start with a salad.
Yeah. And look, is it inspiring? This version, probably not. It depends on the dressing, but it looks okay. So I think we can let the chat.
It's a nice tossed salad.
Mm-hmm.
It's looks good. It's a salad in a big old salad bowl. Like you said, if it wasn't at the table, I think I wouldn't miss it. But if it's there, I'd be like, oh, that makes sense that there's a salad here because we're about to eat 7,000 calories.
Yep. All right. So I think for me, you put the balance of all that together, I'm going to say C. I think it's just right. It's inoffensive. And to me, it's good. I actually like salad. I'm glad that
it's good. There's nobody looking forward to it on Thanksgiving.
Correct. It's not.
I hope Mom makes the salad. Says no one.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So
now, next are like just regular butter top buns. I know you weren't into the bread. I think Steph wasn't into the bread in chat. Even when I think I'm full, I always grab another one of them fresh baked rolls. I don't know what it is. I think it's just a way of getting more butter into my mouth. But those little dinner rolls are something else. And I don't know. Maybe it's probably a Brett thing by the way things are going here. But I don't know. Where are you on breads?
Let me get to that in a second. I do want to say goodbye to Island Vibing Presents. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat tonight. Really nice to hang out with you tonight. And again, folks, if you want to see even more bonus Davey, go to Island Vibing Presents, follow her channel, and we'll have a quick segment with her on Thursday night on Island Vibing Presents. So we look forward to presenting that to you. And follow her show. She also does good interviews, so check it out. I would highly endorse that. So thanks again. Have a great night. I hope everything goes well with whatever you're up to this evening. Absolutely, you bet. Oh my goodness, Rob! Holy cow, we got this redeemed. And then Swim says they are great for gravy, meaning the what is it?
They are great for sopping up everything left on your plate.
Yeah. No, I think there's a place for rolls.
Just one of those and just go.
Yeah. I think there's a place for rolls.
I think rolls belong on the table.
They do belong on the table. So, yeah, I think you got to put it up to, like, A even, because they should be in there. They should be there. Maybe
for
even
me,
B.
it's definitely an A. I want them. I want them there.
Okay. Let's go with A. I didn't catch where the chat was on it, but I'm going to say A. I think it's reasonable. So, there's where we are. We have 4 left. We have one more redeem to carry out. Oh, no.
Okay.
Rob. Okay. All right, I am running a little short on time, but I'll do this really quickly. So we have 2 redeems from Rob. Thank you for redeeming those. But all kidding aside, so first let's go over, and I gotta get something from the room. Okay, so one sec, I'll be right back, Brett.
Here we go. This is when he goes and gets the body bag from the closet that we found out was just a comforter. It was very upsetting. Oh, got a box of treats. Oh, the struggle is real with those. Damn accordion doors, they'll get you every time. This has now become a redeem for Danny. Davey breaks his room.
We had some drama with the door. The door came off of its bearings, so
those will be the death of you.
Yeah.
We got a box.
This is a
Ninja Turtles.
A Ninja Turtles pizza maker. So this is one of the things I use. It's actually really good. It does a really good job of making pizza, and so it's got the classic Ninja Turtles. Yeah, nice. As I could imagine, we're about similar in age, so it's like I'm sure you were a huge fan of the Ninja Turtles back in the day, Brett.
Yeah, they were hitting probably. I think I got probably about halfway through them. I was like right because I turned 40 this year, so I was like right at that cutoff. Like there's certain things, even like between like 35 and 40, when you talk cartoons, where like we were what I was like Transformers, Voltron, G.I. Joe, and then tail end was Ninja Turtles. Like you're right at that part where like if you're still the kid watching cartoons, then it become less cool. You know, like you're just getting to that part where you're just a little too old maybe. But no, I was a Turtles fan. Even the original live action ones, you know, with Vanilla Ice and the rubber suits. So,
yeah, that was a good movie. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Rob, I'm sorry I did mention the time limit, but actually I think we're doing okay because we're almost done. We only have like a couple of these left to go. So,
just a couple more.
Yeah, no worries,
lobster. Lobster's weird.
Oh, lobster.
I would.
Let's get. I think we have one more redeemed though. I got. A.
Oh, you want to do the Klondike thing?
You know what I'm gonna do?
Is that what it is?
I might just ask you, Rob. What would you do for a Klondike bar? So I'll just do this really quickly, and then we'll go back to the list. I was what you would do for a Klondike bar. So it's like, yeah. So what would you do for a Klondike bar? So Robert, it's one tap of Rob. What would you do? What would you do for a Klondike bar? We got Brett's answer on Friday. One to remember.
Yeah, she did.
It was on the karaoke stream if you missed it. I did always enjoy those commercials.
Come on, Rob. Come on, Rob. Answer the question, Rob. Come on, Rob. What would you do? Rob, come on, Rob.
What would you do, Rob?
Type faster. Are you on mobile? Type faster.
Mobile.
Try low latency mode.
Well, Robert, what we do is we tend to ask the chat usually what they would do for a Klondike bar as well. So,
yeah, I was just asked on Friday, so it's a little tough, and I'm lactose intolerant, so we got a very honest answer from me on Friday. Rob doesn't have an answer. Rob doesn't have an answer. Rob still doesn't have an answer. Rob might be on mobile. Rob, why don't you have an answer?
Let's see. Rob, one tapper Rob says, I guess I would stand on my head naked while singing the Oompa Loompa song. Rob!
Oh.
Now that's an answer. That's a good answer. Wow. Rob, I didn't mean to put you on the spotlight. I'm sorry. I should give you mine. So what I would do for a Klondike bar is I would steal a car and then get on a getaway and get on all the TV channels and then let all the helicopters chase after me. Even though I could actually just gone to the convenience store and just bought one for like $3. But I wanted to have some fun, so that was my answer. Thank you for answering that. Anybody else in chat want to tackle that? What would you all do for a Klondike bar? Oh, Hyper! Look at this. Well, personally, I would get naked and run around 5 miles and then donate it to someone who knows what it is. Oh, wow. All right. Anybody else want to throw one in for the Klondike bar? All right, last call, folks.
Nobody wants a Klondike bar.
I guess it's too cold for Klondike bars out here. Oh, Rob says I would paint myself blue. Ooh. Rob, I love it. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead. All right, for that chocolate coated ice cream, big and thick, like first stick. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Whew. Thanks, Brett. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for the redeem, Rob. And happy to entertain that for you. I don't think that took too long, right? It was just like a minute or so that wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
so,
you're good.
Yeah, all right. Staying back on, swinging back to the list. And we have this remaining. So you mentioned lobster. Yeah. And I like lobster.
I would like a lobster, but I don't know if it would ever show up at Thanksgiving. I wouldn't be like, no, please take this lobster out of here. I'd be like, thank you for the lobster, but this is weird.
I think it's another one of those cases where it's great. I love it. I don't know if I love it here. I talked to you about how we have crab at our Thanksgiving parties. So
right.
So I think if I balance the two, I'm probably putting it at B, but I don't know. Like I would not complain if it was at C. Because like you said, it's just, I don't quite feel the fit.
If we put salmon and venison at C, it might just be fair to throw lobster at C.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
As an average.
Yeah. No, Davey. Crab is not lobster. No, it's not lobster. I mean, crab is not even, I think lobster, I put it over crab. So, but crab's not on the tier list, so we don't really have a rating for that. I probably would have put crab about C as well. So, I'm going to put it here. I think that'd be fine. All right, so we got something
just
there.
Steak.
Not a steak. Wow, I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, it's interesting.
I probably would go C again with the steak because we got prime rib higher, and prime ribs is superior to just a steak. And steak's tough on Thanksgiving because you got to cook it to each person's liking. If you're doing a roast like a prime rib, I mean that's really just a ribeye, a bone and ribeye roast that you're not cutting apart, right? So
Yeah.
that takes a lot of effort. I wouldn't hate it, but it'd be weird. I'm like, hey, cousin Jim, how do you want your T-bone on this Thanksgiving Day? That'd just be weird.
Yeah.
So I would say probably, well, shit, we put lamb at D. Ugh. I think, yeah, maybe D because it'd be weird. Kind of weird.
It is a little odd. Like, it's interesting when I saw it there. I'm like, I'm not really. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think I'm just gonna put it here as well. In the context of Thanksgiving, again, like steak is great, but as you said, it's really kind of like you make one. You kind of personalize each one for different people. Like some people like it cooked well, some people like it cooked medium, some like it medium rare. Some like it rare.
The amount of effort you're already putting forth on Thanksgiving. Could you imagine if you had to take doneness orders on everybody's entree?
Yeah. Ugh, it'd be a lot.
What a nightmare.
Absolutely.
What a nightmare.
Yeah. Now what?
I think these next. Oh, go ahead.
Well, Rob was just commenting on the lobster, and he said lobster bite as an appetizer before the turkey, which I'm good with that. Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah.
What I was gonna say with these next two, I think they go hand in hand, and I think they head to nap time, and that's both apple. I don't even like apple pie that much.
Oh, interesting.
But it's apple pie and bread stuffing, whether it's cornbread stuffing or sausage stuffing. Just call it stuffing or filling, whatever you guys want to call it, whatever regional colloquial term you want to use. But again, if you go to Thanksgiving, there's no kind of stuffing or filling. You're going to go, huh? And if there's no apple pie, you'll say, is this America? I thought this was America.
I love apple pie. So you're from Dutch. You have Dutch Pennsylvania roots, but you don't like apple pie. That's so interesting.
I know.
That's so interesting. Okay.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
I like an apple strudel or like an apple crumb over a traditional apple. What it really comes down to is I don't really like doughy things.
Oh, okay.
So when it's a top crust, like most pies, I don't end up eating the bottom crust on.
Right on.
I actually don't. I'm like I'll eat like the top crust and dig out the filling, and I leave the bottom. I'm that guy.
All right.
So,
all right.
But we have like apple dumplings here, which are good. And you put a little scoop of vanilla on it. It's nice.
That's good.
But yeah, these two. I don't know if anybody's gonna fight me on this, but if you go to Thanksgiving and there's not a stuffing / filling and apple pie, it's gonna seem a little weird.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, and more so for the stuffing even, because if you see that plate and you don't see stuffing on it, that's just bizarre.
That's just weird.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And so apple pie, let's put it up there too. So,
it's gotta. I like I said, I'm not a big fan of apple pie, but that's a personal bias. But again, if I went to somebody's house and be like, weird.
Yeah.
They didn't have it. But I think that means, and you know what? Look at the curve. Look at the bell curve.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because basically your top picks and your bottom picks are always going to be outliers. So it's things you're going to say, ugh, at the bottom and top are like, hell yeah. Mm-hmm. And then when you look at the rest where everything should fall, we got basically a perfect bell curve.
It is very well done. Yeah, you're right. It's just you see the curve goes like this and then it goes like that. Perfect symmetry, really. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, so I think we made a lot of sense here tonight. So they can disagree and they can be wrong.
100%, Brett. You know, this has been a lot of fun to do. And let me just get the final comments on the apple pie and the stuffing. Apple pie is God tier, says Dan. Stuffing goes in the bird. Dressing is made outside the bird. And then Spike Tiger roasts, you get more medium on the outside and rare on the inside. And Swim says, I'm against apple pie. But I would say, I think it's one of those deals where, like, even if you don't personally like it, I think it belongs. And I just think it just goes well with it. So apple pie first. This is actually a great list, says Dan, talking about the list in general. And apple is the alternative to pumpkin. Yeah, I'm with it. This is a great list. I love this. Rahomos is so Gaussian. And Dan says, love a nice Gaussian curve. Look at that. Isn't that cool? We've mastered that curve.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. How about it?
We did it. We did it, baby. I'm proud of us.
I am too. Well done, everybody, and all of you in the chat. We really want to thank you for your input tonight. You all have been really helpful in getting us to compile this list. I'm going to save it now, and I'm going to download a copy of it, and we'll put it on Discord in a so we'll call it Sandwich Show Thanksgiving tier list, and I'll just say Davey and Brett, and I will download the image right now. Heck yeah. I got it. Okay, so that is that. Oh, shoot. Let me go back to the original thing. Very good. So that'll do it tonight, everybody. Thank you so much, Brett. I want to wish you and your family a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully the creepy drunk uncle doesn't get too annoying. And hopefully...
God, I hope not.
You just never... it's always going to be on the table. That's the thing about it. So I'm glad you all had fun. Yeah, Steph says this was fun. I had a fun time, too. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I really appreciate your guys' support. And I would love your support of Brett's work, too. I think that's great. I think your podcast is cool. So continued success for your podcast as well, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a lot of fun. Everybody go to Wawa. And I got this much tasty cake left, and I'm not going to finish.
That looked really rich. It really did.
It's sitting, like I said, I don't eat sweets, and I feel gross right now. Mm-hmm. I just feel like, oh, mistake. I'm going to go drink a gallon of water after we end tonight.
No, I'm with you. I feel that. All right, so let's go find someone to raid. My goodness, we have quite an interesting collection of people we could be raiding. I would have been Juke if he was on tonight. Unfortunately, new schedule, so that will not be in play. I was hoping maybe Risky Biscuit Band could be on. I don't see them.
Aaron Blyart's on again if you want to give him another go.
Okay.
The Clueless Gamer from Conan, if you remember him from a couple raids ago.
Swim says raid Davies a D sandwich. Circular raid. Just go back and forth.
Yeah, right.
One
the other people I have on my live list right now end at 11, so they would be bad choices.
Oh, okay, no worries. One Tampa Rob, I almost forgot. I clipped Human Juke singing a new version of the Aerosmith song called Cryin'. It has adult language. I can put it on your Discord, or you can go visit his. Yeah. I saw the clip was on the Juke Joint Discord, or the Human Juke live Discord. Feel free to put that in clips. Although that's not real, or maybe under streamer shoutouts, I guess would be fine. Either of those would be fine. On the Davey Discord. So let me do that now. Oh, is C-Dub on right now? Is he really? Let's just go there. That sounds great. Let's go rate C-Dub.
And if you love Human Juke, check out the current podcast out on the PGC podcast, because you'll get to hear Danny singing a Huey Lewis style theme intro and outro for our third season.
It's very good, you guys. You're like, oh man, this is pretty legit. And it's like, I know that guy.
He really channels him on it. He did a great job.
Yeah, that's so good. So Jeff is on right now too. But I did raid them before they left on their trip, so that'd be kind of redundant. So I don't know if I want to do that necessarily. So I'm probably gonna raid. Yeah, this is a tough call. Who was the guy you were thinking of, Brett? Again, who was it?
Aaron Blyart.
Oh yeah, Aaron Blyart. That's right. Okay. I don't know if I follow Aaron Blyart. Let me see.
I always spell his name wrong.
Just chatting. Well, he's not doing music.
No.
That might be a little
he
unusual.
normally does gaming and comedy type stuff.
Oh.
Because he works with Conan.
No. Oh, you know what? We rated him recently. Actually, and I think you were on the stream. Actually, that was your decision back then. That was, I think that was your recommendation, if I remember. If you remember,
a couple weeks ago, I think.
Oh, he's really fun. However, we did just rated. I always have this little policy, like I don't like to rate people too soon after I just rated them. So, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely dealer's choice. I don't have any suggestions.
Okay.
I got nobody else on. Us East Coasters, we go to bed early, so I don't know a lot of you.
No worries. Well, I'm probably gonna have to get going after this anyway, so I think I'll just go ahead and just go with Jeff then tonight, and then we'll play it out from there. I believe I have rated C-Dub as well before. Well, the last time I rated Jeff was when Jeff had some other friends. I didn't do it with Justin, so I guess I'd be all right tonight. Let's go ahead and do it. So anyway, Brettington, have a great Thanksgiving. I hope it's like I mentioned, maybe, I hope it's good. Much love to Phil as well. Let him know I said hello, and all the best to both of you.
He wanted to be here tonight, but his cameraman, editor, creative partner, it was his birthday party tonight, so he wasn't able to make it. He was said his regrets that he would not be able to make it, but I will pass along your hello.
I appreciate you. Yeah, thanks for that. All right, let's go over and say hello once more to Justin and Evelyn. We'll start the raid now. Get that rolling. Yeah. Okay. So copy the raid call, everybody. Thanks, everyone. And Brett, and we'll be in touch. I'll hopefully see you around. Hopefully we'll have a gaming stream too, at some point. So, folks, look at the raid call. By the way, I've adjusted it to SamFam. I like SamFam. So I'm gonna roll with that for a little while.
Nice.
Yeah. So copy the raid call, y'all. I'll see you at Justin and Evelyn. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Yeah.